Welcome in. Happiest of Mondays to you all. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. What's going on, Jace? What's going on, Rocco Kitty? You'll be in and out. No problem at all. Hope you enjoy the moments while you're here. But I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. My name is Todd. If you're new here, this is a reaction stream, reaction channel on YouTube. And we react to member-requested videos. It could be anything. So if you want to join in, kind of guide the stream however you want, you can certainly do so at toddreacts.com. Used to have Patreon, but hey, why not go fully branded, right? Fully branded. Pretty awesome. I hope you enjoy the website. Worked on it myself. So yeah, we're going to react to a couple videos here today. It's going to be 4 videos instead of the typical 5 because, frankly, one of them's a little bit longer. So I figure 4, they'll probably get you out here about the same time as usual, which is good. Try to keep some consistency at least. And yeah, looking forward to it. We're going to start off with a MaxNat video, and then we have a couple of School Frenemy edits, Saint and Shin, and then we finish today and kick off your week with a BTS award show performance. Should be fantastic. Haven't seen it, as with pretty much everything on this channel, I haven't seen. But yeah, it should be fantastic. Strap in, get yourself a nice beverage, a snack, whatever you want. Whenever you're watching this, I hope you enjoy it. Timestamps will be available in the video description, and chapters will be created on YouTube where you can actually skip around pretty easily. So yeah, excellent. Like I said before, if you would like to subscribe to the website, become a member, and actually guide where this stream goes and what videos I react to and all that good stuff, you can certainly do so. The season tier requests 2 videos a month, and the series tier gets 3 videos a month. Awesome stuff. Shout out to the season and the series members on toddreacts.com. And while you're there, go ahead and check out the winter collection of merch available right now, all designed by me. Quality is guaranteed on every order. Ships worldwide as well. And members save 15% off, as you can see on here. I'm currently wearing the hooded long sleeve right here in the middle. I have the Heather Navy variety, as he's wearing right here. Inclusive sizing. If you'd like to check out the size guide, certainly do so. That tells you the cuts and, you know, from shoulder to the other shoulder and from top of the shoulder all the way down to your waist and all that stuff. So inches, centimeters, whichever one you need, all that good stuff. So that way you're at least aware of what you need. And also, of course, I'll scroll down here really quick so you can see it. It's a lot more than just 3 items. Check out the accessories as well. The newest items are the glasses here. Here's the Rocks glass, in person, live and in person. There it is. It's nice glass. It is not dishwasher safe because of the decal on it. So just a heads up on that. But it's super easy to clean, of course, hand wash. And the pint glass is way back there. You can kind of see it. It's hanging out back there. It's not Friday, so we're not partaking. But that's new as well as the candle and the notebook and these tough case phone holders as well. Check those out. I have the older snap case for the iPhone because I have an older iPhone, frankly. This is the 12. Nothing new to write home about, but lots of good stuff here. Insulated tumbler, as always, right by my side. I went with the mint green. You can select whatever color you so choose. Web designer, fashion designer, what can't you do? Yeah. A person of many hats is what's needed here. It's an interesting experience if you go through this and you try to do this thing and whatnot, and you're also an audio engineer. You know, you got to pick the right microphone, set it up, adjust it just right, and you're kind of like a producer as well. I got like volume knobs and everything that I'm working on, and oh my gosh, it's believe it or not, quite a bit. Lighting technician, videographer. It's quite a few titles. It's a labor of love. I do enjoy this kind of stuff. I'm a big tech head and I love watching tech videos. So like the camera and the mic and everything, I'm just constantly watching videos and educating myself, and it's pretty awesome. Soy candle infused with a natural aroma. Candles in a sleek glass jar not only soothes the senses, but also adds a touch of elegance to any space. Elevate your relaxation with this Todd Reacts candle. I'm, I'm also a copywriter, I guess. I'm also a copywriter. It's soy wax with a cotton wick as well. It's unscented, but has a pleasant natural aroma. So it's not scented specifically towards anything, but it smells, like a standard soy candle. It just smells good. So it doesn't smell like anything in particular, but it is quite nice and adds a little ambiance for whatever space you would like. And then the water bottle I take to work every day. That's literally what I do. I went with the orangish color, I guess you would call it. What's the actual color name? Desert Sunrise. Ooh, sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Desert Sunrise. I think we're currently out of stock of Purple Sky, but that should be back in stock soon. If you do see anything that's out of stock, it's usually a pretty quick turnaround. So just a heads up on that. And I do use the travel mug for coffee at work as well, whenever I need it, which is, I try not to make it often because I do get in the habit of, if I have coffee a lot, I'll start to get like headaches randomly. Usually if I have it for a couple days in a row, maybe a week or two, I'll wake up Monday morning or Tuesday morning and just have a headache. And it's like, what is going on here? Is this timed? Is my body like, okay, it's work time for that caffeine? It's so weird. It's odd how that works. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. If you're not there already, you might be. Go ahead and check it out. There's over 1,100 videos there that I've done in the past, soon to be 4 years. We're catching up on it. I think it's March something. When is it exactly? March 8th is the 4-year anniversary of this channel. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. 4 years. Wow. They go by so fast. It's so odd. Oh my gosh. How do you become like an old head YouTuber? Do you have to be a part of it for like 10 years or something like that? Crazy part is I'm catching up halfway there pretty quickly. It doesn't seem like it, which is so odd, but so go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate it. If you already have, you're one of the, I think it's just over 13, right? There it is. 13,400 subscribers. Appreciate each and every one of you. And if you haven't already, sign up for an account. It's super easy. That way you never lose track of the channel. And YouTube, if you subscribe, they automatically go, hey, oh, you like this channel? We'll recommend you more videos from it. And there you go. So if you rely on your algorithm and your home screen, it'll just show you the new ones whenever they pop up, which is very nice. But yeah, check it out. Certainly. Last stream did very well. Very well. The deers showed up for Dimash for sure. So if you're a fan of Dimash and you want to actually start a Discord server channel, I certainly welcome you to do it or ask for it via the request a channel. As you can see in the Discord, at the top, it does show that we are live, happening right now. And it gives you a nice little link to the stream, which is awesome. And if you have the app installed on your device, it'll actually open the app. If you don't, it'll just open the web page. Either way, whatever way you want to watch the stream, totally up to you. If you're more of just a I'll get to it when I get to it kind of person, I totally get that. And you want to watch it on YouTube with the chapters and everything and the timestamps, whatever you feel is right. And I do update the events quite frequently. So if there's any sort of like delay in schedule or rescheduling or cancellation or whatever, just look in this little 2 events here that you see at the top. And if you click on that, it'll actually tell you the upcoming ones. And I do, if I am planning on canceling, I'll do it ahead of time so you'll be able to see it in the list of days. Try to be on top of that. As well, if you'd like to request a channel, like I mentioned, if you're a big fan of Dimash and you want a Dimash channel where you can post all about him and updates and concerts and videos, whatever you feel like, and talk to other people that are into his abilities and his sound, his music, what he does on his off time, you can certainly request that in the request a channel channel. A bit redundant there. channel. The lobby is where we all hang out. That's just kind of a general fare. And then obviously here you can see the fandoms. I'll just scroll through really quick. Very active, very interesting. If you're really into something and it revolves around this channel, or it doesn't even revolve around the channel, chances are you're going to find somebody else that's also into what you're into. So certainly join up today. Lots of fun community ones as well, where we share pet pictures and adventures that we go on and food that we're eating and all that good stuff and music we're listening to. Just to kind of get a little bit of taste of, what everybody's into. Maybe we're into the same things. Maybe we get to see food from all over the world because this is a worldwide audience. It's super cool like that. Very neat indeed. I've been enjoying, just watching what everybody's up to and seeing, the different cultures and all that stuff. It's super cool. So join today. We're at 199 members. Thank you, Jace. And will you be number 200? Will you get us over the 200 mark? And that's amazing. That is truly amazing. I'm trying to remember when I made the Discord public. I think it was... Gosh, I think was it during the summer of last year in 2024, or was it during the fall? Maybe the summer, early summer. But it used to be, frankly, just for website members, and I'm like, oh, cool, it's a space for videos to be requested and all that stuff. And then I just was sitting here one day, just like, it was June, nice. Cool. All right. So almost a year. Excellent. I was just sitting here one day and I was just like, why don't, the YouTube comments, I mean, it's great and all, but it's not quite a community. It's not quite any sort of like bringing people together or anything like that. I mean, yeah, you can share like a couple comments here and there. But it's not anything to save or savor or enjoy past the extent of just a quick little moment in time. So I was like, all right, let's create a community here in the Discord, and that way people can actually interact with each other. I mean, we have people in there that have been interacting with each other for almost over a year at this point. Pretty cool. I definitely have enjoyed it. And I hope you all have as well. And if you haven't joined, certainly do so. We welcome you with open arms. Jason and I were figuring it out when we met. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It was a little confusing at first, I will say. So if you're new to Discord, allow yourself some grace to figuring it out. You'll figure it out. But it's a little learning curve because it's a new thing, Some of the non-requesting members, like Slayer Kitty, joined in June. Nice. I'm sure I have my Vegas adventure this week in the Adventures channel. Yes, I am looking forward to that. I am looking forward to that. I love anything Vegas, whether it's the buffets, the food. Certainly, oh gosh, the Venetian is just phenomenal. The inside, how it looks like Venice. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Extravagant is a good word for it, I suppose. You know what's sad is that the Luxor, the Pyramid hotel, is getting really old, and that might be demolished eventually, like somewhat soon, right? It's kind of old at this point. I guess adventure means something else in the BL channels. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What did I step into there? What did I step into? Mm-mm-mm. All right. All right, everybody. Good grief. What did I do? What did I do? Uh, so yes, happy Monday. I forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh, typical me. Kim Porsche, you said Vegas was terrifying. Yeah, I mean it can be. It definitely can be. Um, it's high energy is what it is. It's very high energy. Everybody's out at night. Everybody's definitely been drinking a bit. A lot of people. So it can be a little terrifying. And certainly if you go by yourself, which is what I did, I literally went by myself. Vegas the person? Oh, terrifying. More terrifying, honestly. Completely terrifying. Oh my gosh. Vegas the person was menacing, honestly. That's probably the word that comes to mind the most. Menace, um, torture, all the fun things that you look for, which oddly enough can probably also be applied to certain people in Las Vegas. Um, so over the weekend, I watched a couple movies that I haven't seen for the first time. One of them you're probably going to be like, "What?" And then the other one you're going to be like, "Oh, okay." So the first one that I watched was actually the movie Brave by Pixar. I hadn't seen it. I thought it was very good. I've seen literally, obviously, most of the Pixar movies. I mean, Toy Story was one of my favorite childhood movies, if not my favorite. Um, I own the VHS. That definitely ages me quite a bit. I own the VHS of Toy Story. I carried it with me always. So a lot of kids have, something that they carry with them or whatever, like a stuffed animal or something like that. As soon as I got that VHS, I never didn't have Toy Story, the first one, on me at all times. That's how much I loved that movie. It was terrifying at some aspects. Oh gosh, what was the villain kid's name? Oh geez. Why did I think of Scully? What is this? X-Files? I don't know. Sid. I don't know why Scully came to mind. Mulder and Scully. But yes, Sid was terrifying as a child. Definitely tried to fast forward that part as much as humanly possible. But I don't know, something about the song, just the friendship between the toys, all that stuff. Like it was such a great movie. He had the shirt with the skull on it, I think. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So yeah, Brave was good. I didn't need subtitles or anything like that. I could understand the accent. Um, I will say this: the story was a little weird. How, yes, I get it, having an issue with your mother, of course, and wanting to do what you want to do and all that stuff, and actively getting your mother cursed. But I don't know, having her as a bear the entire time was very odd. It's just very confusing. At the end, it made kind of a nice, oh, she had a full circle moment. She really loves her mother, and she shouldn't have done the curse on her or whatever. But for most of the movie, I'm just like, why is this kid? Why is this queen turned into a bear? I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Why did they go this direction? Um, Impetus but courageous daughter. Queen Eleanor is a skilled archer. The kid is a skilled archer who wants to carve out her own path in life. Obviously, not wanting to um, just be in that royal life where you don't really do much and you're just kind of like a figurehead, basically. Um, Her defiance of an age-old tradition angers the Highland lords and leads to chaos in the kingdom. Marita seeks help from an eccentric witch who grants her an ill-fated wish Now Maria must discover the true meaning of courage and undo a beastly curse, aka her mother turns into a bear, before it's too late. So she has to figure it out before it's too late, and the mother stays a bear, basically. Kind of odd, but I would say overall I enjoyed it. It was very enjoyable. So I think the popcorn meter here is pretty spot on. 75. I would probably put it about 75. Um, maybe a 79. Close to an 80. But it was still very good. I'm glad I finally watched it. It's one of those that's been around since 2012. But I never got around to watching it because I was doing other stuff. And that happens quite a bit. So I did check that out. The other movie I watched this weekend that I'd never seen before was How Stella Got Her Groove Back. Bit of a tone shift on this one. Unlucky in Love stockbroker Stella, Angela Bassett. This was a couple years after she played Whitney Houston, so she was still jacked. She was incredibly fit. Absolutely fit. Jets to Jamaica with her gal pal Delilah, played by Whoopi Goldberg. For some fun in the sun, there the 40-year-old working woman has an island fling with Taye Diggs. A handsome 20-something, hello. When it's time to return to California, Stella realizes that she's developed real feelings for her new man, so the fling wasn't much of a fling. But with their distance from each other, not to mention their disparity in age, does a real relationship stand a chance? So it's a bit of an age gap romance. Certainly kind of like an opposite of the usual movie age gap romance of the older guy with the younger gal. I'm thinking Richard Gere in Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts, kind of like that, basically. I thought it was very good. You know, obviously these ratings are horrific. 50% from the critics and 66%, which is still over half, so it's not terrible, but it's also not brave at 75. I thought it was very good. It's a little... What's interesting is it was a little muddled in the story, so it you know, she starts to fall for him, but then there's like a bunch of like back and forth. And then she goes home, and then there's like this weird situation where not much progresses in that. And then eventually they come together for a funeral, which is like a big twist in that movie. It's terribly sad. And it just seems kind of like a weird place for it. Like, this is a romance comedy, and then all of a sudden you're just like bummed out completely. Like, it just hits you like a ton of bricks because it's building up this romance, and then it just hits you right over the side of the head with like trauma. And it's very odd. Does it, I guess part of it is the fact that it shakes her loose and like, you know, gets her thinking about life and how fragile it is and all that stuff. But it's so weirdly placed. Like, she got her groove back because, you know, she had a little alone time, a little fun. And then she realized she had real feelings for him, and then those were growing. So that's how she got her groove back. And you're like, all right, things are looking up. Things are looking positive. It's good. She's got her groove back. She's out here doing things. And then all of a sudden that happens, you know, funeral. And then you're just like, whoa. Whoa. And then she's just moping around, you know, as you would expect, mourning and all that stuff. You're like, wait a minute. She had already gotten her groove back. What is this? Technically, it's like how Stella got her groove back and then figured out how to move on in life. And you're just like, that was not in the title at all. Like, the title is a bit misleading to the story, is what we'll say. Wow, 2012, I was still thinking of it as a new Pixar movie. It's crazy how old that is, isn't it? Based on a book, based on the author's true story. Really? Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's probably why it doesn't make sense, because life doesn't make a lot of sense sometimes. But I was very much like, what is happening here? Because it seemed so great and positive, and things were looking up and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, it just throws you into the grinder. And you're just like, what is happening right now? Like, it could have been really positive, you know, great ending where it ends on a high note and goes sad again. So it's weird. It's like a crescendo that doesn't quite get there.
Do it!
What's up? What's up, Fancy?
Do it!
Yes, you can. Head to toddreacts.com. I actually have it right here. toddreacts.com. Sign up for a membership, season or series, and you can do so. And I'll add it to my list. Appreciate you checking out the stream. But yeah, very interesting. I kind of want to see what the critics' consensus is. Angela Bassett gracefully breezes through a hot summer fling without much conflict or ado, leaving us wondering when or if she's ever getting that groove back. Yes, that is such a good way to put it. That is a great way to put it. Holy crap. In a plot devoid of real conflict. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it's mostly just her. I think it was after the fact that she was married or something like that, and then that kind of took a chunk out of her. And then she was also being like a stockbroker in like New York or Chicago or something. And it was just always on the grind, you know, just losing yourself day by day kind of thing. So I assume that was the conflict. But other than that, the conflict mostly in that entire situation was the Whoopi Goldberg situation. So it's kind of odd. There's only one thing missing from the story, and its main ingredient, conflict. Yeah. I mean, she had a little bit with his parents, but she really didn't do much. I mean, it was just kind of a quick little back and forth, and then it was over. So we never really got a full ending on that. Movie meanders on like a bad intimate dream. So you finally wake up mumbling, Stella, please leave that groove thing alone. I thought it was fun in some places. I think that critic got it right. Just to let you know, I let you know where you can request videos. If you don't request it on there and you do it through the chat, you will be timed out. So just a heads up on that. Anyway, there was my weekend. I hope you had a wonderful one and did something new or exciting or had some good food or something. Whatever. It's honestly, weekends go by so fast nowadays that just you blink and it's over. So as long as you do something that you enjoy, at least just a little bit, I consider it a win. I consider that a good weekend. First video is MaxNat, 6 years and counting. I do believe it is a TikTok edit, so I have it correctly placed here. Let's go ahead and bring that up and get going, shall we? Here we go. I gotta say, by 6 years, you are very familiar with somebody. Like everything they do, what they're gonna say, what they're gonna think, what they want to eat. At that point, you're pretty well versed in the other person. 6 years is a very long time. 6 years in March. Wow.
แม่บอกว่าน่ารักดีอะไรนะครับไม่ได้ยินครับแม่บอกว่าน่ารักนี่แหละครับเนี่ยไม่เข้าใจเลยเนี่ยทำไมถึงแบบเกิดมาน่ารักขนาดเนี้ยที่ดูนะเนี่ยดูน่ารักขนาดไหนจริงๆแต่ขนาดเนี้ยดูฝ่ายตรงนี้สิโอ้โหอยากจะเข้าแบบรูปใกล้ๆเลยอะไรหัวเราะอะไรยิ่งหัวเราะยิ่งน่ารักดูดิเฮ้ยเขินนะเขินนะแม่เขินนะขนาดเนี้ยอยากโดนใครเป็นเจ้าของเต็มที่รักกันที่คนโสดใจ
โหพี่แม็กไม่เหมาะกับตัวไหนเลยเพราะพี่แม็กเหมาะกับมัน
The amount of people that get a little on the borderline with some of these questions is unbelievable. Like, these questions are sometimes very bold. Yeah, it looked freezing.
มันก็เป็นการพูดคุยกันมากกว่าครับเราพูดคุยกันเหมือนกับพูดคุยกันมีอะไรก็มาเจอตรงกลางอะไรแบบนี้มากกว่าครับผมก็ทำให้เหมือนกับทำให้เราเข้าใจกันมากขึ้นมีปัญหาอะไรก็ค่อยๆเคลียร์ค่อยๆคุยกันไปครับใช่ครับก็แยกกันคนละทิศคนละทางครับผมก่อนจะกลับมาเจอกัน
เดี๋ยวก็หาจุดเชื่อมได้
ใช่ครับแต่ว่าจริงๆก็ไม่เคยทะเลาะอะไรกันแรงครับผมก็อาจจะมีเหมือนขัดใจกันบ้างหรือว่าไม่ถูกใจกันบ้างแต่เราก็จะไม่เหมือนเราก็จะมาคุยกันที่หลังไม่แสดงอาการออกโอ้ใช่ครับเราก็ต้องง้อเสมออยู่แล้วครับ
แล้วแต่เราเป็นเหตุการณ์ว่าแบบเหตุการณ์เกิดเรื่องอะไรถ้าแบบว่าสมมติเขารู้ตัวว่าแบบแต่ถ้าสมมติว่าเรื่องไหนแบบนัดเป็นฝ่ายทำเป็น
Whichever one is more emotional will always get apologized to.
นัดสิทธิ์แปลว่าถูกต้อง
ขอแรงใจผมนะครับผิดเสมออยู่แล้วแต่ไม่เป็นไรครับ
เนี่ยทำผมสไตล์เลยยุ่งๆตรงเนี้ยไม่ชอบมันหลอกเกินเข้าใจไหม
Oh wow.
ขอโทษนะเปลี่ยนทรงเลยก็ได้
Oh, that feels weird in the ear.
ขอดึงได้ไหมอ่ะ
เฮ้ยไม่ได้
ขอดึงได้ไหมอ่ะ
ไม่
ดึงขึ้นหน่อยได้ไหมอ่ะขอดึงขึ้นหน่อยได้ไหม
ขึ้นได้เดี๋ยวอยู่เหมือนกัน
Oh. Let's go ahead and cover you up real quick. You might be cold. You might be cold. They knew each other pre-fame. Wow.
อยากได้แบบไม่มีเสื้อนอกค่ะไม่ได้ค่ะฉันโดนพี่แม็กจัดการสิคะฉันจะเรื่องอะไรฉันต้องโดนพี่แม็กจัดการล่ะแค่นี้เขาก็ดุฉันไม่ไหวแล้วจ้ะ
I
All right, just to make sure I don't miss anything, I do have to pause this very quickly. So I have to add something to my shopping list. Don't forget it. Appreciate the patience. I don't want to forget this. That would not be good. All right, there we go. Okay, whew. Almost forgot it. Almost forgot it. Good Lord. That was the whole point of grocery shopping. Yes. I don't know how, but it just jarred something in my mind. Oh, you know what it was? It was the emojis. It's the emojis made me think of groceries. Oh, nice.
I love you. I love you in every.
Wow, he's way up there. I will say I had that feeling, but maybe, I don't know, like a month after living with my parents, I was like, oh, like this is the real world. I got to actually do something. So you do have that little feeling of I can do whatever I want. And then you're like, oh yeah, life. And then I went on to struggle to get hired for an entry-level position, which is, I don't know how that's possible. Yeah, we're looking for new hires, and you need to have at least 3 years of experience and 2 years of this very specific skill set. It's just like, what? Mm.
No, accept that. Why? Why? Why yes?
Nat has a job as a trust fund baby anyway. Well, that definitely helps. Oh my gosh.
What do you think? Definitely no.
Why?
No, because previously
That's true. Having a job out of college must feel very good. Like immediately. Back to Berlin.
Who's there?
wiggle,
Wiggle who?
wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle.
No!
What's going on, Jackie? Welcome in, welcome in.
ประธานครับแยกจบแล้วมีแฟนได้ยังครับหรือว่ามีอยู่แล้ว
แฟนให้อะไรของขวัญอะแฟนให้อะไรของขวัญวะ คุยสบายคะ
Mm. That bouquet is almost as big as him. It's not quite Zanunu big, but it's pretty big. It's a lot of money. Been a running thing of he and Max having to wait to date properly? Interesting.
Excuse me, have you seen my boyfriend? My boyfriend? Have you seen my boyfriend? My boyfriend? Have you seen my boyfriend? Have you seen my
Ooh, tacos.
Have you seen my boyfriend? My boyfriend? Have you seen my boyfriend?
That's so cool. It's a bouquet of flowers and money. I've never seen that before.
So far for you, so far for you. And just like that, all I breathe, all I feel, you are all for me. I'm in, and just like that.
Rocco Kitty probably had something to do with the margarita.
All I feel, you are all for me. No one can lift me, catch me the way that you do.
It's a very Thai thing. Nice.
I'm still falling for you.
Honestly, that is a pretty great bouquet idea. Yeah, Rocco Kitty, if I'm not prepared to, like, have alcohol, if I even have a sip at, like, 2 o'clock, I'll just instantly start to fade. Unless I'm in my mind, like, I'm going to be having a few.
ครับผม
I'm just immediately nap time.
ทักทายแฟนๆเป็นแฟนค่ะไม่ใช่แฟนค่ะ
It's cuffing season and all the girls be needing. Need a big boy. I want a big boy. Give me a big boy.
Bit his bicep. Lady in the Tramp style. By the way, I would just like to point out the fact that I finally fixed the chat. It actually shows up in real time, which I think it is. It's amazing. I can read it in real time. It shows up in real time. I finally figured it out after months.
ไม่เดี๋ยวจะออกไปกินข้าวกันอย่าเพิ่งหลับ
That's tonight
หลับใส่
alcohol
ไล
is
ฟ์
small. Oh,
ทุก
wow.
คนนัดหลับใส่ไลฟ์ครับตอนนี้ตื่นหรือยัง
It's good to have every once in a while. It's like a celebratory thing or, you know, special occasion.
คนนอนตรงนี้ได้เลย
I celebrate the weekend. I have it a bit more often than you. That's a great trend. That was cool. I really like that. Who allowed you? The fear in the eyes.
เล่นเป็นเด็กเลยสีเต็มตัวไปหมดแล้วเนี่ย
ไหนดูซิโอ้โหไม่ต่างกันเลยนะ
ก็เล่นด้วยกันไงเล่นด้วยกันใช่ไหมล่ะใช่ไหม
Bold question. The vampire.
10 พยางค์ครับผม
เฮ้ยถูกจริงเหรอนานารู้นามสกุลพี่แบบปกติไม่เคยได้ยินนานาพูดนามสกุลพี่เลยสักครั้ง
ไหนลองนับออกเสียง
กรทัศน์รุจีรัตนาวรพันธ์ครับผม
Oh, nice.
ใช่
Seems like everybody's kind of giving it a go. I do kind of miss I do miss live streaming gaming. It's really the only way I can get like an excuse to do it. Otherwise I'm just busy. So when I stream, Fortnite or whatever, or Hogwarts Legacy, it's like a moment that I make for it. Otherwise, I just won't do it, which is weird because usually I'm just gaming all the time. Very handsy.
Twice, all the ways you can't suffice. If I could give you some advice, I would leave with me tonight. The universe must have divined it. Ladies first, baby, I am obsessed. Could be a better boyfriend than him. I could do the shit that he knows.
ทุกคนครับวันนี้วันลอยกระทงแต่ว่าตอนนี้อยู่บราซิลอดลอยแบบนี้อะพี่แม็กอยากลอยกระทงอ่ะ
Oh,
ลอยกระทงอันนี้คือนัดลอยอันนี้คืออุ้มนัดลอยครับลอยกระทง
pretty much.
All I dream of is yours. All I long for is your touch. And darling, something tells me it's enough. You can say that I'm a fool, and I don't know very much, but I think they call this love.
They have couple rings? Interesting.
รักจากอาดีทุกคนนะครับ แล้วก็มีนิดนึงครับคนละข้างไม่ต้องห่วงครับที่จะคอยอยู่ซัพพอร์ต
That is relatable, Rocco Kitty. What's up, Magic Potato? Welcome in. If you're having a wonderful Monday, or had, depending on your time zone. Yeah, Sims is interesting. It does require a bit of resources. Oh my gosh. Excellent, excellent edit. I'll go ahead and throw out some love. Link down below in the YouTube description when this gets posted there. For the original video, go throw out some much-deserved love. And I will be posting it as well in the Twitch chat. I realized I should probably be doing that. Let me go ahead and... There we go. There is the... Why do I have to log in again? Come on now. Wait a minute. There it is. There's the link if you're in Twitch. Amazing. Let's pull up some information on MaxNat and their 6 years and what's been going on here. You actually made that video? Wow. That is awesome. That is very cool. Go ahead and bring up that information. Shout out to the mods, by the way. Jace, Rocco Kitty, and Luke for all their hard work on the information that we bring up during these streams. It kind of, adds a little bit more context and all that good stuff. Poppy, one of the first gen Domundi guys, has been interviewing various Domundi artists for his new show on YouTube. Interesting. Max was his second guest. The way Thai names work, surnames are a relatively new addition, and a full legal name isn't often used outside of official matters. For instance, my aunt is Thai and has been married for 30 years to my uncle. He's told me he only learned a group of my cousin's legal names in the last 6 months when booking everyone's flights. That's interesting. So it's not unusual to know someone for years or even be extended family and not know their full name. The interview itself, Poppy struggles with Max's full name. But as you saw in today's video, actually, that's way too close. Hold on. That's way too close. I wanted to zoom in, but not that much. There it is. Nat knows Max's name by heart, which appeared to both surprise and touch Max. P. James, how do we say this? Has been mentioned in other docs, as he knows a lot of the BL boys, and is also known P. James. Okay. I wanted to make sure I was doing it right, if it was like a P sound or, I was confused for a half second. With Max and Nat, he's filmed cute moments for them in everyday life. Since Max and Nat seem okay with it, it's a sweet insight to their life away from the fans. That's kind of cool. He's known as a tea spiller. That's funny. P. James recently went away for a trip to Koh Tao, I think, with MaxNat and another friend, Sally Peak. They shared these sweet moments on social media. The caption for the below says, "The sea is no longer salty because it's very sweet on the beach." Well, that is, oh my gosh. That is beautifully said. Appreciate it, Jace. You're on the ball, as they say. Oh, that is a beautiful caption. And wow, look at that. That is a wonderful sunset photo. It's interesting to see them in life, not fan service, etc. Yeah, absolutely. Candid moments with friends. That's awesome. That is very cool. Peak also shared this story about going through market stalls in the evening. The younger one, Nat, walked ahead. The older one, Max, asked Peak, and Phi James to help choose two necklaces. Wait, what is going on here? Why can't I read? After buying them, he walked to the younger one who was buying snacks, classic, to eat at the mall. In the blink of an eye, they were standing in front of the store putting them on. Oh my, Koh Tao is too sweet. That's awesome. That is great. He also commented that when Max called them over, he was pleading for help. Peak James, I'm not good at choosing. Which one should I choose? Which one do you think is beautiful and suitable? What's up, Fujo? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, you definitely joined in time. You did. Welcome in. Glad it's your first time chatting. Appreciate it. Happy Monday. Here's the video of Max putting the gift on Nat. He had settled on matching shell necklaces. I'm terrible at picking out gifts, by the way. Horrendous. What was that? Here it is. I guess we don't need the music. Too much. Way too much. We just zoomed in on his armpit. That's nice. It's because it's not Twitter, but a Proxers. Oh, gotcha. We are doing great. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Now, we recently attended a fan meet in a baby blue corset, which I think we saw in that edit, and caused quite a stir. This was in reaction video briefly with a fluster. Max trying to cover Nat up more. Oh boy. You did see. Indeed. Indeed. Oh yeah. To be fair, there is a vest over it. But yeah, I could definitely see Max added the vest. Oh gosh. Oh, there you go. There you go. Kudos to Nat for wearing the vest, I guess. And being sensitive to Max's desires and wishes, I suppose. The white jacket over the corset was apparently Max's addition. Well, there you go. The person holding the camera at the start of the below video is P. James. He said that Max told him off of filming Nat in the outfit, though Nat certainly didn't seem to mind. Oh, gosh.
How you feel when wearing a corset ใช่ แบบว่ามีความกลัวโปนิดหน่อยนะครับผมเพราะว่าแบบว่าน้องก็เหมือนค่อนข้างว่าวิวนะ
คุณพี่เขายืนห่วงด้วยนะตอนถ่ายอ่ะเขาไม่อยากให้เห็นเยอะไอ้ผ้าที่น้องมาปิดผ้าไหล่อยู่คือเสื้อสูทคือตอนแรกก็จะถ่ายแบบไม่มีเสื้อสูทแต่ไม่รอดสายตาคุณพี่สั่งห้ามว่าหยุดเอาเสื้อสูทคลุมด้วยจ้ะไม่งั้นแล้วก็จะเป็นเนินอกเลยค่ะว่าฮาร์ดดิสไม่รู้หัวใจวายไหมแต่วันนั้นน่ะคุณพี่หัวใจวายเพราะคุณพี่บอกว่าให้รีบใส่เสื้อคลุม
Yeah, I get it. I get it. This week Max decided to try doing a gaming live stream. As was mentioned earlier. Heart Disk is the fandom name. Good to know. I was trying to figure out what the heck that meant. I was like, heartbreak, heart disc, heartburn. Decided to game live stream on TikTok. Played a few games, including Fall Guys. Fall Guys is fun. I'm not very good at it. Actually, I'm atrocious at it. Every once in a while, I'll advance, but usually I'm getting eliminated on the first round, which is not great. But actually, I think I did a little Fall Guys. Did I do a little Fall Guys on the gaming channel? Maybe. Sending lots of gifts and wanting Max's attention. That's funny. When he was sulking because Max didn't pay enough attention and so left. When Max realized Nat had left, he immediately started trying to text Nat or invite him into the live stream, but wasn't getting answers. Oh boy. Nat was instead on a live with their friend Park, Poppy's brother, and Max ended up having that live stream open whilst he was playing the game since people were asking Nat if he was cross with Max, etc. And he was trying to know how much trouble he was in. Oh gosh.
นั้นรอพี่ก่อนนะลูกลูกไปไหนพี่ไปง้อพี่ติดภารกิจอยู่ไอ้เต๋านี่อีกแล้วนะ2 รอบแล้วนะเล่นถึงกี่โมงทักไปละทำอะไรอยู่เล่นบาสเหรอเล่นถึงกี่โมง
Oh gosh. I love this. I absolutely love that song.
คอตรงนี้ไม่เอาผมเข้าไปดูไม่ได้อ่ะผมเข้าไปดูไม่ได้เพราะว่ามันติดกับเครื่องนี้อยู่เดี๋ยวก่อนผมถามอาจารย์ได้ละ
If you've never seen, by the way, if you've never seen the video music video of this terrible recorder version of My Heart Will Go On, you need to check it out. It's an old video, but it's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
น้องไม่ตอบเพราะว่าน้องอยู่ในไลฟ์ปาร์คอยู่ไม่ยอมเข้ามาไลฟ์แบงค์แล้วอะเข้ามาแล้วแบงค์ไม่ได้ตอบไงเข้ามาแล้วหมดแต่เล่นเกม
See, I feel for Max there because it is difficult. It is difficult. You get lost in the game, and it's tough to peel your eyes away and look at the chat when you're, you know, trying to play and whatnot. If you don't do it yourself, you don't realize how difficult that is. And certainly you can get used to it over time, but if that's your first time doing it, that's going to be difficult. That's going to be very difficult. Started streaming games, ended up in a domestic. Yeah, exactly. Oh, gosh. That's a learning curve, big time. Recent live with two friends, Nat was eating with his friends, asked him to sing for them. Nat said he shouldn't, as his mother always says, singing when you're eating guarantees you'll get an old lover. That is an interesting, that's an interesting thought. To which it was pointed out by one of the friends that he had already, he already has an older lover. I'm dead. I'm dead. Nat blushed and giggled at that. Yeah, that's very funny. When reality hits. I'm guessing it's a Thai thing. Yeah, I would assume. Compilation of private moments that they've let various directors, staff, etc. share of them. Cannot trust P. James with a camera, is what I'm getting from this. That's a difficult way to put on a necklace, by the way. That's great, though. That's lovely. These two give me cute aggression. So effing bad. Punches a wall. The tags. The tags. Another sneaky moment shared by James. All right, you cannot trust James. Cannot trust James. How do you even know to record that? Come on now. That's wild. I'd be like, what are you recording down there? What are you doing? Max, when a fan tries to chat up a line on him versus when Nat uses the same one. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Gotta be quick. Gotta be quick on your feet. That was a good one. That was a definitely good one. And talked about Nat being cute and how strange it is that Nat is no longer the youngest Damundi. That is odd. But then again, that's life.
บีนัทไงเบบีเด็กกว่าน้องนัทอีกอะเดินไปหาน้องนัทอะว่าไงพี่ชายน้องนัทบอกว่าไงน้องชายแบบไม่เคยเห็นภาพแบบนี้นะเข้าใจปะแบบอย่างแบบแพทจีหรือว่าอะไรอย่างเงี้ยที่อายุ18เงี้ยเดินมาว่าไงพี่ชายน้องนัทแบบอุ้ยน้องชายแบบน้องนัทว้าวบิ๊กบราเธอร์นะโอเคน้องนัทไม่ดื้อครับไม่ดื้อ
That is a crazy, yeah, that is an unbelievable thing when you realize just how much time is passing, you know? I think back to, and it usually, I get remembered of this when I'm watching younger folks, like, you know, high school dramas and stuff like that, or university time, and I'm just like, dang, I remember when that was me. I'm just like, what happened? Where did time go? It's very odd how you go to sleep, you know, you go to sleep like a teenager and you wake up and you're like in your 30s and you're just like, what is happening? What is happening here? Like, where'd the time go? What, can we slow down, please? So I'm not surprised he had kind of that moment of like, oh gosh, Nat is no longer the youngest here. What's happening? Like, there's a next group or a next crop, if you will, of people, and it just keeps going and going and going. I was on a college campus a couple weeks ago, and I just remember seeing some students and going, "Oh my gosh, they look young, like young." And I just had this existential crisis of like, "Oh my gosh, I'm old and they're young." It was a weird little mental freak out. And I couldn't believe it. They looked like children. And I'm like, oh gosh, that tells me, I'm getting older. Oh no. When people that you thought were old or at least older start looking younger, that's the telltale sign where you're like, uh-oh, things are happening. Nat and Nunu being Phi is so strange. I agree with Max, yeah. I remember that when I realized how old my siblings are, like I don't age, but they are all of a sudden very grown up. Yes, that is a good point. It's all relative, right? If you think about, you know, oh, I'll always be younger than my oldest brother, right? But then I look at his birthday coming up and I'm like, oh my gosh. He's in his 40s now? Like, what? And then I remember and think back to myself like, oh, I'm also older. It's so weird. It is very weird. It's completely relative. You know, you'll always be the younger sibling for me in my case. But then again, that doesn't mean I'm young forever. It just means I'm the younger sibling. So it's very much a very odd realization. Oh, it's P. Gotcha. There's no PH sound in Thai. Good to know. Good to know. Max has just graduated with both his bachelor's and his master's. Excuse me? Did both at the same time? How? Is that possible? I didn't know that was possible. Nat, not Max. I feel like that with my grandson. He's 12 now. Oh my gosh. You probably remember when your kid was 12. So to now have like a grandson that's 12, it's probably just mind-blowing. It's one thing my mom has always said as she got older. She goes, it just mentally it doesn't feel like she's old. You know, it feels like she's still 30, 35, 40, but she's no longer that age. Like that happened years ago. It's very odd. You know, I don't feel mentally any older than 21, yet physically I'm definitely older than 21. So it's weird. It's very odd. It's like your body is aging in dog years and your mind is aging in human years. So every year is 7 years. My kid just turned 18. Oh my gosh. that probably has you thinking back to it too. So proud of Nat graduating with a bachelor's and master's degree at 22. At the same time is such a great I didn't know that was possible. First off, I had no idea that was possible. Great accomplishment. On top of that, his degree is also an international English program. When he started crying, I nearly cried to think he accomplished this all studying full-time while also working full-time with no break from 2020 to now. I mean, that's impressive. That is impressive. The idea of studying and going to school, taking tests, all that stuff, exams, while also working full-time, like, oof. I thought about going for a master's degree, and then I was just like, you know, by the time the end of the week is done, I don't want to do anything. I want to enjoy myself. I want to, hang out, whatever, do something fun. I have no interest in going back to school. That's definitely a realization I've had. Of course, you can go back to school at any point, at any age. That's not a big thing, especially with online school at this point. But, oof, I think about it and I'm like, no, no, I'd rather not. If anyone is wondering or confused as to how he's there you go, with both a bachelor's and a master at the same time. Architecture and urban planning faculty, architecture, international English, design, business, and technology management English program. He started university at 16. He's now in his 5th year. Started university at 16. And he graduates next month on the 2nd because he studied in a combined program that allowed him to split up his bachelor's and a master's. Really? 3.5 years for bachelor's, 1.5 years for master's. The ceremony would be for his bachelor's, and later he'll have a ceremony for his master. That is interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing or a possibility. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. If you know you're going to get a master's and you need it, that's the big question I have. Is a master's worth it? I know a lot of people that graduated university that immediately went into master's program, maybe took a couple months off for the fall semester, take the summer off and then go in. And I asked him, why are you getting a master's degree so soon? Like, isn't that usually like a couple years down the road, get a master's degree, get more money or something, get a different position in the company or whatever? And they just basically said, I'd just rather stay in school. That's the reason. That was the reason to me. I'd rather stay in school. And I was just like, okay. I did not hear that once or twice. It was almost everybody I asked was just like, yeah, I think I'll just stay in school. I was like, all right. All right. Okay. I guess that's the way things are now. Who knows? At least in the US, it seems like at this point, if you want a bachelor's degree, you can get one for sure. The funding is there. Certainly the debt is outrageous. If you're not aware of that, the debt is crazy. But seems to be the case that a lot of people just immediately go into a master's program. But then again, how do you get hired if you have a master's degree with 0 experience? Like, does that mean you can get into a higher paying job immediately? Or does that mean eventually you'll skip a level or something? That's the question. What's going on, Amu? Welcome in, welcome in. BTS is towards the end, so you still have time here. I barely survive. I have no freaking clue how I pulled that off. Yeah. He did this all while filming TV shows, doing promo and fan events, which is crazy. Yes, that is crazy. Many BL actors juggle school and acting, but Nat did it from 16. And in his second language. That's wild. Max has talked often about how sometimes they would be filming and arriving home at midnight or similar, and while he was winding down and preparing for sleep, Nat would be sat up beside him, just getting started on his college work. That's impressive. Truly. Max has talked about how he's encouraged Nat to pursue his education seriously, in large part because he had not, and he regrets this now. Max said he socialized and partied probably too much. That happens. That happens. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Did a little bit of that. He studied to pass the tests rather than in order to learn, and so it never really stuck. I get that. He says he may have the engineering degree, but he doesn't have the skills or knowledge that should go with it. That is a good point about exams. You know, a lot of people study or cram for the exam last second just to pass the exam, not to retain the knowledge. Graduation clips in the compilation video included the fans that attended a celebration event for him, separate from the graduation ceremony. Just as many BL actors have birthday events to share it with fans, I've seen a couple of those. Very nice. Many have similar events when they graduate college. Nat put in a lot of effort, making sure to have drinks fans, and an air conditioner inside for fans to be able to wait ahead of time. That's very nice. That's very nice. He also made cute keychain party favors for all those who attended. That's very nice. Only a few members of Demundi were able to attend because of various commitments. Z, who along with Max was one of Nat, was the one Nat was closest to with the original Gen 1 group, was unable to because he had his first ever solo fan meet the same weekend. He did, however, make a point to video call. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's very nice. Congrats, yeah. Z calling Nat baby above isn't any cause for concern for Nunu. Several of the first gen actors who were all so much older than Nat call him baby Nat. For a long time, he was the baby of the company after all. Nat has a close bond with Z, especially having called him Papa playfully for years. That's nice. Above are Yim and Tudor. They were the third couple in Cutie Pie. One of the clips is a compilation you just reacted to, had Nat expressing displeasure, jealousy because Max wore a mesh shirt to DJ at an event for Z. Max isn't as confident in vocal performances, but he does love DJing. Here's a video from Z's show. It's a long video, so just check out what you wanna. Ready? Let's check it out. Not to worry. I'm constantly typoing everything. That's awesome. Very cool. They're glued together. Everyone knows it. Wherever we go or whatever we do, we're always there for each other. We're with each other, excuse me. Or for each other, I suppose. Auntie didn't say anything. I just said, let's eat. Who's going to take your Max away from you? Come on. You really need to lean on him in Japan. In Japanese. There's no other seat. There's a lot of other free spaces here. Funny. Pico told me there is someone crazy missing me. Is it right? I want to say that I forgot my glasses there in your car. I did it on purpose. That's funny. Oh my gosh. This two really like to go to the bathroom together, and they always take so long. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Codependent, shelter dog Riz. Oh gosh. From the post above, the second pic where a staff member is reassuring a sleepy Nat that she's not trying to take Max away from him was from a recent trip. Nat was very jet lagged. They were in Japan and trying to get him to eat before he passed out became a real chore because he just sleepily clung to Max, not wanting to let go, convinced they were trying to take Max from him. Below comes from Max's recent interview with Poppy. I have to thank Nat for many things. Wherever you go or whatever we do, we're always there with each other. We've been together for a pretty long time. We always help each other out. Yeah, I mean, 6 years, almost 6 years. That is quite a long time. Doing work or anything, I won't be doing it alone. Nat is there to support me with whatever I miss. Whatever he misses, I'm always there to help fill in the gaps for him too. Merry Christmas 2022. Oh, the unmute is up here. Wait, what? That's not it. That is not the link I put in earlier. That's definitely not it. I was like, this seems a little destructive for Christmas, doesn't it? That's funny. There are no subtitles here, but the gist is Nat, behind camera, Nat is asking why Nat is on Max's lap. Max explains it's because there's no empty seats. Mm.
แอบแซบหรออะไรแอบแซบหรอคนหลังกล้องอ่ะทำไมอ่ะ
ขอนั่งตักบ้างไม่ได้เห็นคุณนั่งกันแล้วก็อยากนั่งตักที่มันแคบครับ
ครับที่แคบครับ
ตอนนั้นก็เหมือนตุ๊กตาเลยโอ้ตุ๊กตาไม่ได้
อุ้มไหวเหรอครับอันนี้ไม่น่าจะอุ้มไปทำงานนะน่าจะอุ้มอยู่เอ้ย
Oh my God. Good Lord. No seats. Nope. None. The roles of Nue and Sun from Y Destiny. The name alludes to the fact that BL series are called Y series in Thai. These roles are actually the first time they kissed on screen. There isn't yet a title announced, but we know that they're about to start filming because both of them have gotten their hair cut. Well, that's a pretty good sign, I assume. Max has mostly just had his hair styled, but Nat had a drastic makeover. That hand in hand with his recent graduation definitely feels like he's establishing a new and more grown-up image compared to the baby of Damundi, Gen 1 role he's played for years. Max drove out to meet Nat and director Chiwin. When they left the hairdressers, Chiwin shares this video of Max's reaction. This one crops out Nat as he kept his new hair a secret for a few days.
นี่เขามาหากันเขามาจริงแล้ววินาทีที่เขาเห็นเขาพูดว่าอุ้ยน่ารักจังอ่ะอย่างเงี้ยแกดูความบักแบก
He was blonde in the original Y series?
อย่างเงี้ยเขาจิ้มกันอย่างเงี้ยแล้วเขาก็จับผมไง
Oh, that's nice. That must have been a nice surprise, honestly. Kind of a blast from the past. That is blonde. Whoa. Whoa. How much more do we got? Maybe I should take a break. I think I got a little lost in the document yet again. I appreciate it. Lots of good information there. I'm sure we'll have a MaxNat video to continue on. But let's go ahead and hop into the next video. It is Saint and Shin, You and I, High School Frenemy. This is the first of the 2 High School Frenemy videos we're going to do. I did plenty. I wasn't expecting you to do so much. Well, it's weird. Like I start reading and then I just get interested and then I just keep going. I always lose track of time whenever I'm reading the information and trying to figure out what's going on. Appreciate you joining, Ruxin. Saves me time for the next video. Indeed. Indeed it does. All right, let's go ahead and bring up this. We do need closed captioning on this, so let me go ahead and make sure that's available. Move it over here first. Then we will bring it there. All right, this is the first of the High School Frenemies. Let's go ahead and jump in, shall we?
But you can't give me what I want. Just give it time.
มันเป็นเบสมากใช่ไหมคือถ้ามึงอยากให้กูเป็นกูก็ยอมกูถือให้เพราะสิ่งที่มึงทำแม่งไม่ได้ช่วยหาอะไรเลยแต่มึงฟังกูก่อนได้ปะกูไม่อยากกู เลิกยุ่งกับกูสักทีได้ไหมวะมีใครอยากเป็นผู้ซ้อมให้เพื่อนไหมผมเป็นผู้ชินเลยไม่กูทำไม่ได้กูขอร้องมึงให้โอกาสกูได้ไหมวะมึงมองตากูว่ามึงไม่แคร์กูแล้วระหว่างกับกูมันจบไปนานแล้วมึงพูดกูไอ้แฟนไม่กูจะไม่มีวันทำร้ายใครมึงยิ้มเพี้ยที่มึงไม่ต่อยกูถ้าพวกมึงกูจะชนะและจะเกลียดมึงไปจนตายทุกครั้งที่กูเห็นหน้ามึงมันเหมือนตอกย้ำให้กูนึกถึงอดีตที่เชี่ยที่มึงทำกับกูชินเรามาเริ่มต้นใหม่กัน
Sometimes grudges are hard to get over. And your experience with some. Had to take one for the team.
กูไม่หลบกลัวมึงหรอกเพราะทุกครั้งที่กูมองตามันไม่ใช่เวลาของคนที่เกลียดกันกูแม่งบ้ากูบ้าเพราะว่ากูรักมึง
Oh. Crazy in love.
คือพ่อกูเคยบอกไว้ถ้าคนเราเกลียดอะไรมากๆสุดท้ายแล้วมักจะได้อย่างที่หวังมึงสองคนเป็นไรกัน
Oh, it definitely owns your mind for sure.
กูเคยบอกมึงแล้วไงไม่ว่ามึงจะไล่กูมึงจะเกลียดกูมึงก็เกลียดไปเลยแต่ยังไงกูก็รักมึง
Ooh. Ooh. You can hate me if you want, but I'll always love you. Ooh. That'll cut through you. I'll go ahead and throw it a like. That was a great edit. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. It's a bromance, not a BL show. There have been a lot of YouTube comments asking for these two. I always direct them to the website. Nice. So hopefully there will be some happy commenters. Yeah, let us know. Let us know down below in those comments. Despite lines like that, right? Let me go ahead and throw that link in the Twitch chat for you all. There you go. All right, let's bring up some information, find out a little bit more about Saint and Shin, as I'm definitely not as versed as I could be. Let's change it. High School Frenemy 2024. It's got an 8.9. Very high score out of just about 4,500 users. 16 episodes, about an hour long. just ended in December. Rated teens 13 or older. When the school faces financial struggles, administrator decides to merge the campus with another campus. Right, their long-standing rivalry. I mean, that'll work out well. Oh my gosh. Saint, the apathetic leader of class M.5/2. What is that even? What? Once led a gang of bullies in middle school. He's now forced to deal with the rebellious and hot-headed Shin, with whom he once shared a close friendship, but a violent fallout shattered it. The rivalry sparks a classroom war, and teachers Jan and Sung must unite to resolve the conflict and facilitate reconciliation between Saint and Shin. Ooh, that sounds very good. Just from reading that alone, that sounds awesome. School bullying, friendship, romance, school violence, school rivalry, certainly. Romance, not bromance. Well, there you go. Literally the first comment. Literally the first comment. This masterpiece of chaotic gay tension masquerading as a school drama has no business being as homoerotic as it is. Tension. Oh, it really makes me want to watch this. Well, a lot of people found that interesting. M.5/2 means 11th grade, basically. Oh, okay. So juniors. It's the best show I've watched in 2024. Wow. High praise. Knew nothing about the show when I researched the links, so I hope it done it justice. Well, we'll see. Oh my god. Well, this seems to be a common question with a lot of people. Is it a bromance? Is it a romance? Is it a bro romance? Denial's a river in Egypt. I mean, I guess it depends on how you view it. Technically, you could view any bromance as a romance if you want to, you know? So I guess it just depends on your perspective. High School Frenemy series review, episode 1 to 16. There is longing, but no proximities, shy glances and smiles that melt into friendly banter, flirtations, turning into friendly leg pulling are both fun to watch and painful to endure, because the main leads look like they're in a romantic love, but both going, nah. With action, strong, and headstrong teen characters' drama and tumultuous feelings, this show is a blurred line between romance and friendship. It's a remake of a K-drama, 2013, is what we call a typical shounen phenomenon, I think. The story about muscle power. Two rival gangs of rowdy young men competing and trying to be the top dogs. That is the same with its original parent story in Korean, but the rest are very, very Thai. And by Thai, I mean the relationship of the main leads. Once best friends, now estranged, Saint and Shin meet in high school and share a deep wounded past, but now belong to two different campuses. The two factions of the respective campuses have a long, ongoing feud, and the two fall inside the storm of hatred, even if without their own will. Shin regards his once best friend like his sworn enemy. Saint, however, wants to be friends again with Shin. I mean, that is an interesting push and pull. The main story goes on with Saint apologizing and trying to make up. Shin beats up Saint. And he doesn't fight back, right? Is that what I basically saw? The heartbreak in Shin's eyes and the remorse in Saint's are palpable. The story of the series is about spending school time, working hard, studying, friendship, working together, having fun, fighting against bad people to help friends, and winning together. This would have been fine if the interactions between Saint and Shin didn't look like the meeting between two ex-lovers. Shin acts like a jilted lover, while Saint is the person who broke up but is desperate to be forgiven. Guy and Nani's acting is flawless, chemistry top-notch, tension between the two is remarkable. MTV is testing a lot of things this year, especially the bromance genre. That's kind of confusing, honestly, to use that term when you're talking about, a company that puts out a lot of BL content. Like, I can see where that would be confusing people, or maybe they're just expecting it to be a BL instead of a bromance. I'm assuming that can be kind of confusing to some. That's probably why most of those top comments were just like, what are you talking about, bromance? They're now a popular duo despite not being an official couple. There's a lot of content for Sky Nani. Nice. This is a really good one. Yeah. Especially like TikTok compilations. Cool. Cool. Even if you hate me, I will love you, says Saint. Are we dating? That we have to hide around, says Saint. We're about to have a sweet moment, but you turn it into a sitcom. I don't like you. I love you. What's that term that is used from time to time? Like some of these quotes are flirting with the BL line. Like it's flirting being a BL with some of these quotes. Like a lot of times you do not hear that from the bromance genre, I guess, is what you call it. So to hear that over and over and over, it's definitely flirting with that. Like it's wanting people to be like, it's a romance. It's a romance. I mean, these lines alone are like evidence. I feel like I'm in Law and Order or something, and I'm trying to figure out, sift through the evidence. In the last episode, when Saint asks for permission to Shin's mother to remain friends, that scene oddly resembles asking for a partner's hand in marriage. Yeah, that is. Some scenes are typical of romance dramas, like sharing the same umbrella during the rain, looking at each other with pain and... wait a minute. Sharing an umbrella? Okay, come on now. Come on now. Come on. Oh my gosh. The teasing for that is just unbelievable. At that particular scene in episode 11 where Saint and Shin are standing on the rooftop locked in by their teacher, the terrific use of lights and the bokeh effect in the background is a painful reminder of the rooftop scene of... Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny. Whenever I see a rooftop now in any sort of like BL or whatever, I just immediately think of Bad Buddy. Immediately. That's so funny. Doesn't help that Sky and Nani had jaw-dropping chemistry. Yeah. They're teasing on purpose. Indeed they are. I'd get frustrated like bloody well kiss already. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Yeah, Bad Buddy. We did miss the single-eyed teardrop part, but both Shin and Saint have shed enough of those for each other throughout the series. The scenes where Saint plays house with Ching Ching, Shin's little sister, and Shin is oddly domestic. They share a scooter ride, and Shin finally confesses that he cares about Saint so much. Whoa, what happened? And Saint replies the same, telling that their feelings are mutual. In the ending scene of episode 16, they actually really confess jokingly their feelings for each other. Can you hear me screaming? As an added bonus, we get to see the GL pairing of 23.5. View and June in the series, albeit in the same sort of relationship like Saint and Shin. So a galmance? What is... We got a bromance and a galmance? Galmance? There's one thing I really liked about this series is that the series has a solid plot and character development outside the main leads too. As it's been marketed as a bromance while portraying some BL elements, but there is no way we can discern that they are queer baiting. I would go ahead and put it at about a 95% baiting. 95% bait, just from what I've seen. Those quotes, sharing an umbrella. Some of these scenes of like confessing your like feelings, I guess, for the other person. Like, it goes too far. Like, if it's a real bromance genre, maybe you have one of those scenes, or maybe you have just a little hint of it towards the end or something like that. Like, you know, we almost died. You mean you don't say that stuff to your bros? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Maybe once in a blue moon, but it's definitely not multiple times within a couple hours. Or, you know, I don't know when this is set. A week? A month? If they had one scene like that towards the end, like they almost died together and they have that kind of embrace, you know, where it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm glad we're alive kind of thing, then I would consider that bromance. But this is definitely a BL in a bromance cloak, if you will. I remember the discussion about if the show was queerbaiting or not. To be honest, I didn't really care if they were. Yeah, I mean, if it's entertaining, it's entertaining, certainly. But yeah, that is just from what I've seen and read. That's baiting central. I have something to say, but I'm not going to say it. Oh, that's a good joke, but I'm not going to do it. And there's an added mix. I'm sure you can think of what I'm thinking of. There's an added mix of semi-solid plot of a mafia gang added into the mix. I mean, that's great. The only unrealistic thing is Ken's sudden friendship with others so easily, especially Shin. Yeah. It is a discussion whether this missed the opportunity to be one of a kind BL or not. Or if there's a chance the two actors sharing a BL drama in the future. Well, I mean, if their chemistry's off the charts, certainly it opens it up, but who knows? Who knows? It was one of the best series of the year. It's amazing. It's good to hear. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It looks good. It sounds good, honestly. Two rival gangs and whatnot. It sounds pretty amazing. Shin literally took a knife to the back for Saint. Like, that's crazy in love. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. I know the joke you want to say. However, I think they just wanted to keep it close to the original drama while changing up a few stuff and adding some subplots. Yeah, probably. If the original one was very much not a BL, then I guess that makes sense. Who knows? Maybe they're branching out into other stuff. I have no idea. Nicknamed Sky. It's a Thai actor and model born in Bangkok, raised in Ranong, I think. Received his bachelor's degree, Southeast Asian Studies. Entered the entertainment industry from the competition Hormones, The Next Gen. That is a hilarious sounding show. Hormones, The Next Gen, which allowed him to debut in season 3 after he signed with Nadao Bangkok, I think. He was with the company until 2022, signing with GMMTV. All right, here we go. He's got 2 other things coming out here. Main role. Obviously, High School Frenemy, main role. Wow. Dang. Okay. He went from support to main, like, right off the bat. That's pretty good. Born in 98. And, of course, we have Nani. Actor model under GMMTV. Graduated from university. Studied political science. Signed in 2020. Owns a clothing brand called Hannah. All right, sharing a main role here in Woo. Coming out soon, eventually. Soon 2026. High School Frenemy, of course. Oh, wow. Just immediately main roles. Dang, that's getting started quite good. This guy's a legendary actor. Highly demanded new series for 2025 called Woo. Doesn't have much info right now, but they claim it's a bromance as well. Okay. Bromance. I'm assuming that just means they don't kiss, because the rest of that storyline is very romantic, like extremely romantic. This guy's a well-respected actor, especially because of his projects such as Hormones, Side by Side, My Ambulance, OMG, Oh My Girl. Oh, okay. Who just got announced, I believe? Nice. So it's brand new. People still to this day don't know how GMM TV managed to bag Sky. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I guess there's not much on it, huh? All right, there's the poster at least. Coming soon. Interesting. All right, we can kind of get some, looks like camping gear or something. Like I see a forest back here. Somewhat of a town. Definitely an older car. I don't know if we can read into that too much or what, but I'm assuming there's some hints in there. Fateful meeting of two people who will change the fates of countless more. Well, I guess that's something. I guess it's something. Yeah, it just means no kissing for real. Yeah, I'm assuming so. I'm assuming so. Are they too afraid to kiss? Maybe. Possibly. Maybe they're teasing. You know, it'll be one of those long drawn out things where it's like, will they, won't they? Woo is still very much fresh because currently Sky and Ani are busy with events and activities. Also, they're having fan cons. Nice. They don't mind being shipped. They'd be down if the plot's good. What a vague summary. Indeed. Yeah, that is a very vague summary. Sky and Ani for Mint Magazine. Here we go. Fall, autumn 2024. I'm catching a theme. Louis V bags. Oh, yeah, Louis V for sure. What an interesting space. Photo shoots are the only place we could get away with this. It's literally just one string of fairy lights wrapped around your head, holding a random object. That is the only time that ever looks good or not like strange. Photo shoots are very interesting. He just wants a good plot or script. That's awesome. Well, that should be hopeful news for all the people that are like, that was a BL, not a bromance. Which I tend to agree with. So Sky Nani, 21 days ago, this is on Reddit, of course. Find it a bit strange that they're not actually a BL couple, but they're being promoted as one. Especially with all the fan servicey games they're being made to play. Well, yeah, the fact that they're doing fan meets and not a couple is... I get that non-couples also do that, but it's kind of interesting. Both have been asked if they're okay with being shipped together, and they've said yes. But can we really expect them to say no when their personality is at popularity, is at its peak, and so many opportunities are on the line? Like, the whole thing blurs the line between pressure of fan expectations and career opportunities. That's a good point. Is it the fans willing it, or are they into it? The real question is, are they genuinely comfortable with it, or are they just going along with it because of the career pressure? That is a great Well, I guess technically everybody could fall into that, frankly. But really, it's up to them how they want to handle that. If it's honest and true, I think that's great. If it's not, and it's just going along because the fans want it, that's unfortunate. He's a very meticulous and technical person when it comes to scripts, so he's very careful. Like, it was shocking to know he wanted to do Woo because he had little to no script, just a vague idea and description about the drama will be about. He wanted to do it because, one, Nani is going to star with him, and two, it's a fantasy role that he usually never gets to dive into. Well, that sounds interesting. That's good. Also, Sky is never one to care much about popularity because he's already popular. His work projects sell very well. He has a solid fan base. That makes it easy. That's for sure. And I'm assuming the more you're in the industry, the more you trust people, certain directors, writers, etc. So if they come to you with something, you're probably pretty into it. Sky and Nani aren't the ones to do fan service, and Sky's a pretty straightforward person when it comes to the boundaries. Plus, Sky's already had a good career prior to high school Frenemies, so I doubt he'd do all this just to stay relevant. Yeah, I would assume so. If he was fresh into the industry, then you kind of worry about, like, ooh. But I would be a little worried about the BL couple part of it, because just because you're an industry, veteran, doesn't mean you're technically in a couple or you've had a couple experience. So if he's not been in a couple, and the fans are really urging it on and like, will they, won't they, give it to us. I do kind of worry about that pressure of almost forcing it. Everything that GMMTV is doing is purposeful and that they want to continue shipping them because it brings them revenue and attention. Ooh, hot take. High School Frenemy had heavily hinted at romance themes. Absolutely. So it's only natural that people would start shipping them, and we're delusional if we think GMMTV doesn't know what they're doing with this pairing. This person says, I agree to this. GMMTV is very calculated. That credit isn't given because it's our faves, but these actors are media trained to the nines. It's intentional to blur the lines. What's real in our faces to sell product? It's no different than Hollywood. This person says, don't get me wrong, but from all the bits I saw, I don't think they're interested in doing a BL, especially Nani. Not criticizing, but he probably doesn't seem as interested in the fan service as well. Not shading Sky and Nani's camaraderie here. Even Woo is announced to be a bromance, and GMM is a company which doesn't force their actors, from what all I know, to do anything but be it BL or straight drama. Obviously, this is just a bunch of speculation. None of these people are in the relationship or in the friendship, whatever it is, to be able to accurately judge it. They're just kind of throwing theories out there, which I get. To be honest, the whole thing kind of low-key annoys me. Bromance as a genre became a thing due to China's inability to produce BL. Became their only way to legally produce BL works without getting arrested or fined. Oh, that makes sense. You know what other countries call shows that involve a strong friendship between two males? Nothing. That's actually true. That's actually true. I'm thinking about that right now. I guess we don't really call it anything over here. Nothing. It isn't just called a drama or an action movie or comedy, not a bromance. That is true. Romance to me is literally saying these guys are supposed to be kissing. I mean, that's probably a little far. But we cannot legally make that happen. Thailand has no such restrictions, so I do not understand the need for a bromance genre. Yeah, that is kind of an odd. I don't know. It's almost like a genre made for fan fiction. You know what I mean? Like it sets it up so you can just create however you want it to be. Both have also claimed to never be anything but close friends, so I don't really see their fan service. What's up, Megan? Welcome in, welcome in. That is the nasty side of BL, but they earn a lot of money. Yeah, honestly, I look at the bromance genre and it feels like bait. It feels like a lot of bait, or purposely made to aid in fan fiction. That's kind of my take on it. I have no problem at all with shows depicting strong relationships between male leads, but that is not what HSF did. High School Frenemy produced a BL with everything, including a love confession, and just did not make the main leads kiss. To be honest, I don't think that's what they planned in the beginning. I'm pretty sure they thought adding these BL elements was a way to draw in fans and be a little cheeky and funny by tossing in BL tropes. Nobody expected it to be blow up the way it did, so I'm going to give them grace for that. But everything that they've done going forward has been deliberate, and I'm not super okay with that. That seems to be a pretty decent take. Yeah, I've never heard of the bromance genre as a labeled genre. I get why China would do that. Seems like a good way to get around the censorship and whatnot. Honestly, this pairing bothers me, but they're not because they're paired together, but because people pair them as a BL couple. And it's very clearly obvious that they're not a BL couple. They're a bromance couple. Why is this so confusing? Their coupling is literally meant to appease the people that aren't a fan of BL, if that makes any sense. Personally, I'm not a fan of the bromance genre, but that's just me. I mean, if you're into BL, chances are, if you're looking at the bromance genre as like a tease, basically. Romance in the US is more like a spot to add comedic. Yeah, certainly. Either way, bromance or not, High School Frenemy was a remade of an original drama, and they wanted to stick to that. They just made it fruity. Yeah, that makes sense. They put their own twist on it. I totally get that. Romance aspect didn't even bother me for real, because people don't necessarily have to kiss in order for love to be shown. Like Saint and Shin's love for each other was showcased very beautifully, in my opinion. Kissing wasn't needed. You know what it kind of reminds me of? If you ever watch a period piece, there's a lot of like banter and flirting and not a lot of affection, certainly no PDA or anything like that. And it's just like the courting, basically courting in the old days, where it's very much like hot and heavy, but it's all talk. It's all completely like, winks and nods and, the intention, right? Making your intentions known without actually acting on them. I think of a good example of this is Pride and Prejudice, of course. The touching of the hands. They freak out, basically. Courting is like 5 feet apart. That's true. That's true. Romance aspect didn't even bother me for real. These Reddits, there were a few people discussing subjects, and others were just aren't that great. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting in the fact that we get some opinions of folks that are honestly just trying to figure it out, right? That's basically the big thing here is, are they, aren't they, what are they? And my opinion on that is just take them for their word. If they say they're good friends, they're good friends. Skanani FanCon excites Thailand's entertainment scene. Heartwarming celebration. This just came out a couple days ago, last week. A friendship and music captures fans worldwide at Union Mall event. The Thai entertainment scene was buzzing recently. Notable events showcasing both new and established talents. Among these, the eagerly anticipated Skanani Friendsamanon FanCon lit up the stage at Union Hall, drawing fans from across Thailand and even globally via live streaming. Taking place over 2 days, February 15th and 16th, fan convention featured 2 beloved artists, marking it as a pivotal moment for their careers. Lineup wasn't just limited to the duo. Special guest performance from popular personalities like Win and Do. I have no idea how that's pronounced. apologies, creating excitement among fans. The event was aimed to celebrate the friendship shared by Sky and Nani, engaging their fans through performances, games, and meaningful interactions. How was the different content presented over the 2 nights, ensuring attendees were kept on their toes with surprises at each turn. During the event, Sky and Nani treated the audience to performances of their hits, with emotional exchanges bringing tears to many. Sky addressed the crowd, stating, "It's such an honor to share these moments with our fans. We are grateful for your support." The sentiment echoed the overwhelming gratitude felt among the artists. The duo built upon their chemistry, effortlessly captivating the audience, leading to enthusiastic cheers, setting the stage for fun. Showcasing charm and charisma, riding motorbikes with Nani playfully seating behind, singing along to the poignant song. Second night transformed with solo performances. Let's see. All right, I think this is, let's see. All right. Yeah, I mean, that sounds amazing. Phenomenon. I looked at that word and I'm like, am I going to say this correctly? Right now, Sky and Nani view themselves as a duo, and they even thank the BL fans for enjoying the show and showing love to the characters, as well as understanding that Saint Shin's friendship can be viewed in a romantic aspect, and they respect that and say that whatever the fans makes them happy. Yeah, exactly. I mean, as fans, you can do whatever you want, basically. If you want to pair them together in your mind or in your content, why not, right? Jokes aside, the series was actually really good as is. No kiss needed indeed. I don't know how boys act, but I do actually act in a similar way with my best friends, so that didn't really bother me, even though I would jokingly comment that they should just kiss already. Yeah. There's so much that went into these 2 days of the fan con. Don't forget there's another video. We're running out of links. Oh, yeah, that's right. I appreciate the reminder. All right, let's hop into the other video. I'm literally just running through these links because now I'm just interested now into this. And I just lose myself completely. Let's go ahead and jump into the next one. It is, you guessed it, Saint and Shin, Cars Outside, an acoustic version. Nice. High School Frenemy. This is the second High School Frenemy video we'll be doing. And yeah, I literally just ran through all those links. That's funny. Alrighty, let's go ahead and bring that up. Here we go. Cars Outside is the name of the song. This is episodes 4 through 8, by the way. 4 through 8.
เดินทางปลอดภัยพี่ พี่ชิน
I'm packing my bags that I didn't long pack the last time. I'm saying see you again so many times just to come in my tagline. But you know the truth, I'd rather hold you than try to catch this flight. So many things I don't say, but for now it's goodbye.
แล้วไงวะ มึงจะหนีหน้ากูเหรอ มึงนั่นเป็นคนที่หนีหน้ากู
แล้วพี่ชินเคยฝันถึงพี่เซนบ้างไหม
คือมึงไม่ทำพี่ชินกูยอมทิ้งโอกาสที่จะได้อยู่กับมึงนี่มึงจะมองกูหลอกละมึงต้องอยู่ที่นี่ต่อกูไม่ยอมให้มึงไปไหนทั้งนั้นต้องอยู่กับกูมึงจะเกลียดกูมึงก็เกลียดไปเลยถ้ามึงรำคาญกูจริงมึงแก่มึงกูออกไปนานแล้วแต่ยังไงกูก็รักมึงชินครับชินมึงแน่ใจนะว่าจะไม่ไปหาหมอพาไปโรงพยาบาล
One thing I have to remind myself when I'm watching these is that these scenes were handpicked, not like the full show. I have a tendency, you know, when you haven't seen something and you're just watching kind of an edit, I have the tendency to believe this is the tone of the show, which it very much cannot be, or very much, you know, could be very different. Just is what it is.
Close the windows, lock the doors. Don't wanna
เซนครับ เซนไปทำอะไรให้ชินโกรธเหรอครับเลิกพูดเรื่องนี้ได้ละชัดเจนกูก็แค่อยากบอกมึงว่ากูซื้อสตั๊ดให้มึงได้แล้วนะ กูทำตามสัญญาได้แล้วมึงสัญญากูนะแน่นอนอยู่แล้วเพื่อนรักเอาเลยปะเอามา
Oh, but you know the truth. I'd rather hold you than this mobile in my hands. But I guess it'll do, 'cause for you I would run up my phone bill.
That's so funny that Bad Buddy was brought up. Now I'm starting to see it. I'm seeing a lot of relatability.
ลายชีวิตกูเลยนะเว้ย
แล้วมึงก็เสือกหายหัวไป When you need me the most, but the car's outside, but I don't wanna go tonight.
กูจะอยู่ตรงนี้มึงจะต่อยกูกระทืบกูมึงจะทำเหี้ยอะไรกูก็ได้แต่กูจะไม่มีวันเพราะงั้นมึงห้ามหน้ากูไปไหนแม่งเหรอกูแม่งบ้ากูบ้าพวกกูรัก
Never being where you are. Close the windows, lock the doors. Don't wanna leave you anymore.
มึงกล้ามั่นใจได้ยังไงวะกูแค่มึงมาทำตัวเป็นคนดีพยายามปกป้องกูพยายามขอโทษกูต้องเรียกรถพยาบาลได้กูจะให้ใครไปได้ยังไง
That was brutal.
ต่อไปเนี่ยมึงห้ามทิ้งกูนะ
Bright as your eyes. I would trade them all for a minute more. But the car's outside and he's called me twice, but he's gonna have to wait tonight.
แข่งอะไรวะ
เป่ายิงฉุบเอ้า
กูไม่ธรรมดานะกูจะทำไปเพื่ออะไร
Someone says they went to an NCT concert yesterday.
มึงบอกว่ามึงจะทิ้งสิ่งที่สำคัญที่สุดแล้วมึงก็เลือกที่จะทิ้งกูแต่มึงรู้อะไรปะมึงทิ้งกูไปตั้งนานแล้วตั้งแต่3 ปีที่แล้วที่มึงทำกูขาหักเพราะงั้นมึงไม่มีสิทธิ์ทิ้งกูถ้ามึงมาเรียนกูก็จะกลับมาอยู่ทิ้งเหี้ยกูปกป้องมึงได้มึงกับกูยังไม่ใช่เพื่อนกันกูอยากให้มึงเป็นพี่อ้าวมึงอยากให้กูเป็นอะไรไม่ใช่เพื่อนแล้วเป็นอะไรอ่ะเป็นแค่เพื่อนร่วมห้องลูกพี่มึงเหรอมึงอยากให้กูเป็นอะไรกูก็เป็นได้แค่คนเดียวนะกูให้มึงได้แค่คนเดียว
That was their "if you're a bird, I'm a bird" moment. I'll be whatever you want me to be. That was very oh gosh. That was very OC when Ryan was just like, where she said, was it Marissa said like, who are you? And he said, I'll be whoever you want me to be. That was his first K-pop concert. Wow. All right, let me go ahead and throw a like on that as well. Link down below in the video description on YouTube when this gets posted. So you can go check it out and throw some love on it. Check out the channel as well. They might have other edits that you might find enjoyable. It's always wise to check them out because chances are if they make one edit, they make a lot. So always good to check them out. Let me go ahead and throw the link into the Twitch chat for all of you watching live. There you are. Alrighty, let's pull up the very limited information that I have left because I went through so much of it. Here we go. All right, make it a little bigger. Skanani fans and their reluctancy to be associated with BL. This was 3 months ago. Title speaks for itself, I think. Growing increasingly annoyed by the amount of think pieces I've seen about High School Frenemy and how Sky and Nani didn't have to, quote, stoop to BL just to get recognition. I feel like I'm being gaslit because did we not see the same type of promo contents and the type of discourse that them as a pairing attract? They're doing everything an established pair would do, only without the label. Fans are eating up the coded subtexts and demanding another show with only the two of them, but continues to say stuff like they don't need BL to get popular. Fans have been begging Sky to do a BL since his Nadao days, I think, and wasn't Nani up until last year. Exclusively made to attend some fan events with Do. It's incredibly condescending to read those kind of comments from their fans, and it's pulling me back from enjoying their contents. Getting popular for being associated with BL content shouldn't be seen as a bad thing, especially if you're a fan and are enjoying the contents that come with it. It makes y'all look like effing hypocrites. Whoa. You're going to drop a link in the mod chat? Okay. I do have it pulled up. Let's see how people responded to this. That was definitely a hot take. It's honestly the highest level of hypocrisy, says this person, because their newfound popularity is rooted in the romantic connection that fans themselves are creating on the show. Is the show good? It's great. Do they act well? Yes. Let's not pretend that there aren't romantic connotations in the story. Well, of course there are. We literally just saw a bunch. I didn't even see the show, and I just saw those, and I'm like, yes, there is some definite hints. Or that Skainani's current marketing doesn't follow the formula used for established BL actors. I mean, to be fair, that's what GMM TV knows, and it works. So, I mean, it seems like it, right? Yeah, that pretty much sums it up with the situation from that side of the fandom. Indeed. The whole company hopping on the Skainani bandwagon just reinforces this. Fans are indulging in the romantic subtext, actively asking for more content featuring the two of them together, yet they still insist that they don't need BL to achieve popularity. That's not only hypocritical, but it's also dismissive of the queer coding and BL-like dynamics that are literally driving their success. I think everybody just needs to take a step back. Step back, enjoy the ride, enjoy the actors for what they do. If they're great friends, great. That's awesome. Happy for them. You know, I think it gets a little toxic when we're, trying to parse whether or not they need something or not. Like, it's insulting to the people that do enjoy BL content, and it's also really unneeded. It's unnecessary. This entire discourse is so ridiculous to me. What happened to just enjoying good shows? Indeed. If you like them and you think their chemistry on the set is amazing and they're really funny and you enjoy watching them and their interviews and their content and the shows they put out, awesome. Enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, don't watch them. It's that easy. That easy. Let me be clear. I absolutely believe in platonic relationships between men, just as I do with women. Deep, meaningful friendships without romance are completely valid. Wait a minute. So you just said you believe in friendships? Hot take. That is such a hot take. Friendships are real, guys? I didn't know that. I thought they were fake. I thought it was something, made up for shows and movies and stuff. I found happy links about mascots now a bit nicer. That's good. That's good. Their fans are getting more and more obnoxious. Oh my gosh. Talk about hot take. Whoa. Jeez. Can't seem to decide if I want to see them in BL because the last time I wished for something like that, both my faves ended up in a very public fight, despite being friends for years. Ooh, that is rough. If being in a BL will cost them their friendship or bring in toxic shippers, then I want Woo to be a bromance rather than a BL. I don't particularly care whether or not they do a BL, but I sort of avoid bromances for the most part because of the coding. Talking crap about BL as low-grade level is hella disrespectful. This person can't enjoy people not being in a romance, apparently. Hey, there you go. I haven't noticed, to be honest. All I see on my feed is happy Skynani fans, and that's all that matters. There you go. Hey, we found a positive. We found one. We found one that's positive. There we go. I was looking for it. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's wild. That is truly wild. We finally found one. All right, here we go. Sky and Nani, a bromance that captivates audience hearts this year. Fans love their bromance-like vibes in the show, and many adore their undeniable chemistry and charming performances. At the Starlympics, their off-screen chemistry is delightful, capturing the hearts of fans everywhere. There we go. Reddit gets scary at times. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, you know, with most things, it can be kind of an echo chamber. And if you're posting negatively, you'll attract people that are negative. Usually. Every once in a while, you'll get people in there to try to, take it the other way. But if you're doing negative, chances are you'll find negative. Following their success, they'll have a fan meme called Phenomenon. Yep. Based on Google Trends, both actors have attracted a significant amount of searches among other Thai actors this year. Sky has captivated audiences in 15 countries. Meanwhile, Nani attracted audiences from 28 countries. Interesting. Let's see what else we got. Nani reacts to Sky drawing his mascot. All right, let's get a good look. There we go. Honestly, I would not do much better. I am not a great artist. I am definitely not a great artist. Nani did not enjoy that one bit. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Looking forward to those videos. This is why I don't engage a lot with fan posts. Because then the feed gets filled with toxic stuff. Indeed. Yeah. The algorithm can get pretty bad. Learned that the hard way with K-pop. Indeed. Started seeing lots of fan war videos on my TikTok feed. Oof. Oof. That is... I guess I would consider that to be... Honestly, it kind of reminds me of sports, if you're familiar with it at all. Like the fan bases warring with each other. But this seems a little bit more personal. Like being a fan of a sport, it's a event that happens and then it's kind of over, and then you get to rub somebody's face in it, but it's not a personal connection at all. So when I'm watching some of this toxic behavior go on, it's a little more wild to me because it's not about a team, it's about individuals and their love life or lack of. That seems a little bit more harsh for some reason to me. Just hits me a little harsher. All right, let's see what this is. Or we wish to know what GMM TV strategy here. Is it a way of them promoting Sky Nani equals bromance, double joys, double spends, I am quite confused at this point. Can someone please enlighten me? Are they a couple because they're doing so many couple kind of events and all? Or are they just individual artists, Skynani with a hyphen? Or GMMTV has really planned to heavily venture into bromance couples now. I'm not their hardcore fan. I'm just trying to figure out what the heck's going on, basically. All right, so this is kind of a combination, I suppose. Oh. Gotcha. I mean, they're fist pounding right there. That's literally what we're seeing. We look at that. That's a good question. I don't blame GMMTV if it feels like it's confusing to people. Because this is what they know. This is what they do. Like, they're good at it. They're able to create content, but they're also very good at like events, apparently. So it makes sense that the best way to push people into the spotlight is to literally push them into the spotlight. So it makes sense that they're doing these kind of events and, whatnot. Are they going to expand into the bromance genre? Maybe. They don't have a strategy. They're trying to cash in. Are we hoping they agree to do a BL eventually? I mean, that's really... Gosh. The amount of people that are just like anti-GMMTV in there is crazy. I don't think GMMTV has a strategy when it comes to them except make as much money as possible. I love their mascots. They're super cute. Honestly, which one do I like better? That's a question. Oh, gosh. Kind of like this one. Oh, this one looks very hardcore. This one looks very hardcore. I kind of like that. It's got a little edge to it, It doesn't need dissected this deeply, indeed. They are a bromance or couple pairing. Discussion kind of gets dragged. Just let them enjoy the fame and attention. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. They're a duo, as already mentioned. Whether that's actually official or not, up in the air, but that's what Skynani says. I mean, at this point, it is what it is. Just let them enjoy themselves. And if you're a fan of both, I mean, that's just amazing. You get to go to the fan meets and really enjoy it. They even have a photo book coming up. Nice. This guy literally said they made up the photo book Sanity because it contains their name. Cool. Some people treat the studios like football teams. They love this one, so they hate that one. You know what? That kind of makes sense. I get that. They pick a side, basically. Separate fan club names and mascots. So they're going to milk Skynani as individual artists first, like releasing solo merch, even though we already know they're a BL pair soon. I mean, that's assuming, certainly. Then afterward, they'll drop a Skynani ship logo and release a new set of merch. I mean, that's a lot of assumptions, to be real. A lot of assumptions going on right now. Literally crazy because Skynani are just so straightforward with the fans. I don't understand the debate nor the arguments. Honestly, I think it's just people wanting to pass the time and they enjoy getting into these theoretical situations, right? Maybe they're looking for, to feel like their thought towards somebody is like substantiated. I'm assuming that's what it is, right? That's the internet. A lot of assumptions, indeed. Well, yeah, if people weren't making assumptions and getting into people's business, Reddit would be absolutely quiet. Like there would be no posts going on Reddit at all. So it makes sense. People are having a conversation about it. I get it. Some of the negativity is just wild to me. There's also this red thread situation where they've been wearing this red thread for the past 5 months before HSF aired, and it started to get everyone's attention. Huh. Interesting. Oh, yeah. Is that what that is? Wait a minute. There it is. Right here. Right here. Oh, yeah. It's right here, too. Look at that. In real time. Detective work right there. You can see it behind the poster, that red string. They have matching red thread bracelets that's supposed to represent good merits. And I think, and can't be taken off. It's supposed to fall off on its own. Cool. Kind of neat. I like that. This guy mentioned a while ago that GMMTV wanted to basically create a merch based on that. Oh my gosh. That's what this is. Oh. And it runs through both. Oh, now I get it. That's excellent. That level of detail is just fantastic. The hidden Easter eggs. Very cool. GMMTV getting the bag in whichever way they can. I'm not mad at it. Yeah, no, definitely not. Get it how you can. Guyanani for Kaz magazine. Oh yeah, there it is. Interesting. Very interesting. They literally take care of it so well that even Sky created a whole freaking nation chaos, but that's another story for another day. Well, I'm sure we'll be reacting to more Sky Nani videos. He cherishes the bracelet. I love the fact that they share that. That's very cool. But what a situation. Oh my gosh. That, everybody's got their own opinion. Ugh. Part of me is just like, just enjoy it. For whatever it is. Just enjoy it. If you enjoy their chemistry on screen, that's great. Don't make it into something it's not. But I get it. That is online shipping, right? That is online shipping. They literally did not expect so much drama. Well, the drama found them. And it has a habit of doing that, unfortunately. But hey, if you put yourself in the public eye, people will assume, they'll come up with things. Literally, the entire tabloid industry just does that. Rumors, insider reports, all that stuff. People love drama. And they will find it and get it any way they can, whether it's real or not. Show looks fun. Just fandom isn't always. Yeah. We went deep into discussions. Indeed. They even addressed some of these commentaries, but again, no one really takes their answer. No. Listen to the actual people. Come on. We're supposed to make up our own minds. What they say is just ancillary. Before you get into the next video, just remember this is an award show. Gotcha. People always ask for answers, but end up ignoring it if it's not the answer they want. Indeed. Beautifully said. Yes. What is that called? Confirmation bias. We want to be confirmed in our bias or our thoughts. It just is what it is, you know? That is the internet. That is the current era. The good news is some people out there, like those present, will be able to accept whatever's coming from the mouth of the people we're talking about. I tend to do that, especially when it involves, you know, personal relationships or feelings or thoughts. It's better to just take it from the source, right? Only hear what you want to hear. My grandma's like that. A lot of people are not. A lot of people are like that, and it's not surprising. Confirmation bias. It is a plague. A plague. Next up is the last video of the day. It is a bit of a long one, so strap in. It's about 37 minutes long. It is BTS. Intro, Persona, and Boy with Love, and Dionysus, I think is how you say that, at the 2019 MMA. The boys will be coming back this year, yeah, after their service. A plague on both their houses. Yes. Yes, indeed. All right. This doesn't have closed captioning, so do we go full screen with this? Bangtan boys. We'll start it full screen. If I need to move it, we'll move it. How about that? All right. Exciting. It's been a while. Make sure this volume's all the way up. It is. Make sure the quality is up. Oh, hey. How about premium? What's that look like? This is a heck of an entrance for an award show. Best live performance of any artist or group I've seen. Wow. High praise. That was a great way to start. Dang.
해도 될 필요 없으니 가끔은 위선적이어도 위약적이어도 이게 내가 걸어주고 싶은 내 방향의 척도 내가 되고 싶은 나 사람들이 원하는 나 네가 사랑하는 나 또 내가 빚어내는 나 웃고 있는 나 가끔은 울고 있는 나 지금도 매번 매수가 살아 숨쉬는 persona Who the hell am I? I just wanna go I just wanna fly I just wanna give you all the forces till it die I just wanna give you all the shoulders when you cry Persona, who the hell am I? I just wanna go, I just wanna fly I just wanna give you all the forces till it die I just wanna give you all the shoulders when you cry My persona, who the hell am I? I just wanna go, I just wanna fly I just wanna give you all the forces till it die I just wanna give you all the shoulders when you cry
It's a wild. That is so wild to be singing that in a suit. I just had a thought. Is this going to get blocked on YouTube? I feel like it is. If it is, you'll be seeing this obstructed. And then the unobstructed will be on the website. And Twitch. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good news. Rocco Kitty, what's the halfway mark here? Is it 17 minutes and 30 seconds, I think you said? 'Cause I'll pause it and we'll read some of the articles and then we'll continue on. That's good. I'm very happy. That makes me very happy. Definitely cuts down on the processing time. $17.34. Okay. Appreciate it. You know what I love about this? Is that they match the energy for an award show. People have been sitting there for who knows how long. You're listening to speeches, etc. This literally probably woke everyone up. Like the energy is there. They're just choreography off the charts. It's amazing. I'm already winded and I'm just watching. Going into the second song, yeah. They came out with energy. That is the best way to come out. Got the fire going. Dang. It's an understatement, those right. I reference this a lot because I witnessed it. But watching Hozier sing such slow songs at a festival, which is supposed to be like high energy, was just incredibly weird. This is the vibe you need. This is literally 5 years ago at this point. Stage is gigantic. I think we all kind of feel that way regarding 2019. Before the world changed. 2020 was an absolute blur. That was awesome. That was very cool. Can you imagine trying to remember choreography for all these? No. I can barely remember dates for exams. Not to mention, if I was doing this, I would already be like bent over, puffing and puffing. It's like, all right, barely getting words out. Her cardio is amazing.
In the beginning, I did not shine so bright. I only knew to do my best to shine. But we found each other, and a universe was born. Now let us shine on each other.
I love the fact that when he threw the rose,
We're no longer
rose
small.
petals shot out at the crowd.
Just
That was super
as
cool.
the universe expands, our universe will last forever.
The little details, right? Yeah, that crowd for an award show. Needless to say, the Grammys don't really compare. This feels more like it's for fans. It's not for, like, other artists directly. The big issue with the Grammys and Oscars is that it's just specifically geared towards them. That you lose a lot of that fan interaction. This is beautiful. Right. Wow. That was absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's I love you in all the different languages. Te amo. It's one of the songs that usually brings tears to the audience. Usually one of the last songs for the concert. Nice. It seems like a very good song to end with. That was excellent. Oh my gosh. All right, let's kind of cut away from there. We'll go back. We'll go back. Amazing so far. We'll dip into some articles real quick, just to kind of touch base on a little bit more information about BTS, and then we will go right back to it. So stay tuned. All right, let's move this over. It's a good halfway point. Concerts are experiences, not concerts. Seems like it. Wow, an emotional roller coaster. We came out, they just immediately hit you with a rap that's super high energy. And then by the end of it, they're just, you're a puddle of tears. Time really does fly. ARMY celebrates 8 years of BTS's Spring Day release. That just happened, by the way. February 13th, BTS fans worldwide celebrated the 8th anniversary of the iconic track, released in 2017 as part of the album You Never Walk Alone. The song is etched an indelible mark in the annals of music history, both for its profound thematic depth and its remarkable chart achievements. In August 2024, Spring Day became the first song in Melon's history to surpass 1 billion streams. By January 2024, it had secured a spot on Melon's year-end chart top 100 for 8 consecutive years. Whoa. On December 12th, 2023, coinciding with the day the BTS members commenced their military service, Spring Day re-entered the U.S. iTunes song chart after nearly 6 years. Notably, it surpassed Mariah Carey's perennial holiday classic, All I Want for Christmas. They have so many of those, though. I don't know how they write so many beautiful songs. No idea. No idea. I've never written one song, so I don't even know what it involves. On its release, the track debuted at number 15 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, marking BTS's continued ascent into American music scene. 2019 Melon Music Awards ceremony, which is literally what we're watching, I believe. BTS took home all 4 of the most prestigious awards of the night. Most awards, BTS with 8. Most nominations, BTS with 6. This was on a bunch of networks. Whoa. Okay, so online voting for the main awards, 20% for online, 60% for sales, 20% for judges. Interesting. I guess that makes sense. So about 80% of it is the fans. I mean, you vote online and you also vote by buying it, buying the songs and the albums. So it's 80-20 basically for fans versus judge. Who the heck are the judges? Popularity awards, 60%. Yeah, that kind of makes more sense for that. Oh, yeah, there you go. Were they the last to perform? Kind of seems like it here. Top 10 artists, Song of the Year, Boy with Love. That's not surprising. Artist of the Year, Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Best New Artist. Okay. Best Dance Award, male. Best Pop Award, Billie Eilish. Oh, that's a good song by Ed Sheeran and Justin Bieber. Popularity Award, that's not surprising. No problem, Amu. Thanks for joining. I'm hopeful it won't be blocked. Almost 3 a.m. Oh my gosh. Why 2025 is set to be the year of BTS. Fans of the K-pop group have been eagerly awaiting 2025 as it will mark the group's grand return after a hiatus that began in 2022. The year is expected to feature record-breaking music, fan engagement, and performances as all 7 members. It's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge. The fact that they were so big internationally, and then they obviously had to go into service or whatever. Now that they're back, and people have been waiting years for them to come back, it's going to be massive. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. BTS is set to reunite after a 2-year break. New album and world tour planned. Oh my gosh. Those tickets are going to be so hot. During the hiatus, members pursued solo projects that achieved global success. Fans trend BTS year hashtag as a group is expected to reclaim their throne as the #1 group globally. Fever pitch, of course. Hysteria isn't just fan-driven speculation, it's backed by solid expectations of record-breaking music, unparalleled fan engagement, jaw-dropping performances. Yeah, it's going to be huge. News One recently conducted a survey targeting pop music experts on the topic of most anticipated singer of 2025. A total of 34 people from music agencies took part in the survey. As a result, BTS took first place. It's the time when the full group will return, so we're looking forward to their activities and the members' activity. Oh my God. Yeah, it's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Second half of 2025 is slated for the release of their comeback album, expected to not only dominate charts worldwide, but also reflect their individual growth during the hiatus. As a group that's consistently reinventing itself, this album is anticipated to showcase their evolution while staying true to the music that connected them to millions. So it's the second half. There you go. Next Prince is coming out in April and BTS back together. I'm not sure I'll make it. Right. It's going to be a heck of a year. Despite their hiatus, BTS has maintained a presence on global music charts. Solo releases like Jimin's Face and Jungkook's Golden shattered records, solidifying their status as K-pop top soloists. Yeah, it's going to be ridiculous. Obviously, all their solo projects. However, their collective return is already being celebrated as the event that it will undoubtedly shift the landscape of the global music industry. BTS is playing their largest world tour yet, beginning in late 2025. So as soon as that album's about ready to go, and extending into 2026. For ARMY, this tour is more than just a concert, it's a long-awaited reunion with the idols who have continually expressed their desire to connect with fans face-to-face. After years of pre-recorded content and individual projects, the group is eager to reciprocate fans' unwavering support. It's going to be big. If you're a big ARMY, chances are those 3 years felt like an eternity. I'm just assuming. Kings are back. Yeah, it's basically just reiterating that. It's going to be interesting, you know. It comes in the later part of 2025. You do have to wait just a little bit longer, unfortunately. But it is what it is. BTS, also known as the Bangtan Boys, South Korean boy band formed in 2010. Wow. So it's already been 15 years. That's crazy. J-Hope concert starts this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you can buy online live feed tickets. Nice. Very cool. Originally a hip-hop group, they expanded their musical style to incorporate a wide range of genres, while their lyrics have focused on subjects including mental health, troubles of school-age youth and coming of age, loss, journey towards self-love, individualism, consequences of fame and recognition. Their discography and adjacent work has also referenced literature, philosophy, and psychology, and includes an alternate universe storyline. That is a funny picture. That's them at the White House press briefing room in the White House in the U.S., where the president resides. That is a funny picture. I was not expecting that. That's literally about as political as this channel will ever get, showing this picture. BTS debuted in 2013 under Big Hit Entertainment. Single album Too Cool for School. Let's see here. As of 2023, BTS is the best-selling musical act in South Korean history, having sold in excess of 40 million albums. Map of the Soul 7 2020 is the fourth best-selling album of all time, as well as the first in the country to surpass both 4 and 5 million registered sales. First non-English speaking and Asian act to sell out concerts at Wembley Stadium and the Rose Bowl. And were named the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry's Global Recording Artist of the Year. What a name. Nominations for 5 Grammy Awards. Those are big here in the U.S. Featured on Time's international cover of Next Generation Leaders, dubbed the Princes of Pop. Also made Time's list of 25 most influential people on the internet and 100 most influential people in the world. Name stands for a translation literally to Bulletproof Boy Scouts. That is a great name. I was focusing on the time frame of the concert for some of the notes. Excuse me, not concert, but award show performance. Let's see here. Diplomacy and fandom. I mean, that's huge. BTS's rise was facilitated by a great increase in music video programming and consumption on YouTube, in the coming age of an idol empire, including merchandising of non-musical products, games, fantasy fiction, as well as an expansion of online musical fandom. ARMY, adorable representative MC for youth, translate the group's lyrics and social media posts into other languages and matches charitable contributions of BTS's members. 40 million YouTube channel subscribers. Wow. As of 2020, so that's old. With more than 30 million following the official BTS Twitter and Instagram accounts. Fandom regularly embraces activism on charitable causes, socio-political issues. The relationship between BTS and ARMY is a, quote, mutual exchange between artists and their fans that is about more than merely, quote, ensuring the band's primacy. supremacy, excuse me, but also extending the band's message of positivity into the world. Lee opines that BTS and ARMY are a symbol of change in zeitgeist, not just of generational change. You know what's really great about being a fan of an act or performers or whatever is that if you're their age, you get to kind of age up with them, which is kind of cool. So as you get older, they get older, and you kind of venture through life together in a way. So maybe their music changes and you relate to it still because they're changing and you're changing with them. What kind of comes to mind is for me, myself, is Blink 182. They were huge, very big when I was growing up. And it was all like angsty, teen driven, romance, heartbreak, that kind of stuff, having fun, being reckless. And then as they gotten older, like the newer stuff has changed. It's not quite as angsty. It's not quite as teenage driven, so potentially what we'll see here is them continue to grow up and mature and get older. And then maybe the music changes a little bit and you'll be like, hey, I still relate to it because it's, it's good and it's of my time. These notes give you what it was like at the time of the performance, as you can see or imagine how much bigger they've gotten. Right. Absolutely. Not bad for a little group from a no-name company. Indeed. Their fans' ages range from young people to over 80. Yeah, it's definitely big. It's definitely big. It's unfortunate that they had to take that break. But honestly, I think that might actually make them somewhat bigger. It's more to expect. Like your expectations go up, like time away. Maybe it, builds your intrigue. What did they do? What are they going to sound like? What's the new album going to be like? There are fans even older than me, male and female, different cultures. Yeah, absolutely. It was mandatory. Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, it was mandatory, yes. But what's going to be interesting is the fact that it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate that it was mandatory, number one. But they were literally breaking everything, like coming onto the scene internationally, certainly here in the US. And then they kind of disappear for a little bit because they're doing their thing. They need to, military service, doing some solo stuff. But what's going to be amazing is see just how big they are when they reunite, because people are aching for it, is what I'm gathering. People are dying for it. So it just kind of left you wanting more. So it's going to be interesting to see just how far they go. Gives the guys a break to find themselves. Yeah, certainly. I mean, they were pretty young when they started, right? So they're still in that age of finding yourself and finding your sound. Maybe they've changed a little bit. Who knows? So it'll be interesting. All right, let's hop back in here and finish the rest of it. Here we go.
나는 아직도 찾고 있어. 과거의 나는 누구였는지, 현재 나는 누구인지. 미래의 나는 어떤 사람이 될지.
Dionysus. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Freak out of wine parties, gender fluidity, madness. What an epic stage. Good grief. Wow. It's like the Trojan horse. This is definitely more of a performance than just a standard concert. I was not expecting a floor routine. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Pyrotechnics. He's a trained contemporary dancer. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Amazing.
불타오르네. 용서해줄게.
That was interesting. Wow. Good grief. So obviously each one of these lights coming down represents one of them. In some sort of constellation. Assuming. See the different styles. Yeah, that has been very apparent. Quite the eclectic group. They help us in the street dance crew. I like the fact they personalize this so much. This is an awards program, but it's almost like a history lesson between all the members. Like showing off their individual skill set. That's number 7. You're keeping track. The wink. One of them winked. Can you imagine getting that inflatable for your yard? Just out front of your house. You caught the wink. I did. I did. That'd be a great Halloween yard thing. Some really well-trained horses to be able to withstand the lights and the sounds. That's so epic. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna lie, I thought of Inspector Gadget. The trench coat. This is unreal if this is real. I'm still blown away by that fact. Unbelievable. This is so much radically different than award shows over here, where that you maybe get a medley of multiple songs, but it's not the full songs. And it's certainly not this many songs. Get a little taste of each musical performance. Right. Unbelievable. The choreography is just bar none. It's so good. The best way I can describe this is mesmerizing. Mesmerizing. Towards the end there, I'm just like, this is 37 minutes, basically. A little less than that. 30 or so minutes of choreography, just straight up. Different things like you're singing, you're rapping, you're dancing, you're doing a floor routine of contemporary dance. Like, it's just so much. And they packed it all within like 30 minutes, 32 minutes of performing. And it's live. Like, good grief. It's impressive. It's very impressive. All singing live. Yeah, there was no vocal tracks there. And to be able to do that amount of choreography, I've said this before, doing that amount of choreography and having the lung capacity to also sing. If you haven't checked it out, check out the Usher halftime show. I think it was last year or something like that. Maybe it was the year before that. He was doing a lot of choreography, but he was doing so much, and not as much as this, that he was completely out of breath, could barely get words out. It was like every other third word he was able to sing, quote unquote. Like, it was brutal to watch. This is unbelievable. The fact that they just did that for that long, that much choreography, and they were still singing. You could hear the breathing at the end. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But the fact that they're still able to project and get the words out, even though they're absolutely like craving oxygen towards the end. That's incredible. Truly incredible. I'm going to throw a like on that. Link it down below in the YouTube description for the original video and performance. Go ahead and throw it some love yourself. As well as check out the Bang 10 TV channel. It's up to just shy of 80 million subscribers. It's at 79.8, if you're wondering. And just for the Twitch chat, let me go ahead and throw that in as well. There it is. All right, let's pull up some more information while we can. BTS became 7 Greek gods, turning 2019 MMA into Mount Olympus. Simply genius. At the Melon Music Awards, BTS captivated the eyes and hearts of all viewers with their most breathtaking performances. So much visual detail underlining the stages. Armies have come to believe that each BTS member actually represented a Greek god or goddess, collectively turning the Sky Dome ceremony location into Mount Olympus. Jin as Athena came riding in on a horse, commanding his army of dancers. At first, armies believed he represented Ares, the god of war. Then soon realized, however, that Jin's righteousness, often boasted in his personality, sat better as Athena, the goddess of justice. Suga as Hephaestus? I've never heard that one before. He slayed the performance as flames burned up behind him. Armies agreed that Suga represented the god of fire. Perfect Fit, who was also a smiling god, forging weapons for Olympus. J-Hope as Zeus. He brought the thunder during his most visually satisfying performance. As Zeus, the god of thunder, J-Hope boasted his thunder-bending powers. Showered the stage with his laser lightning. Absolutely loved it. RM as Dionysus. No doubt the god of wine and festivity. Aged fine AF. RM looked absolutely surreal in his blonde hair, swinging his thyrsus around. RM drove armies into a wild frenzy as he completely embraced his inner Dionysus. V as Apollo. V's performance included dancers in the sky, closely resembling the beloved Cirque du Soleil shows. With these details, armies have come to believe that V represented Apollo, the god of sun. Jimin as Artemis, the goddess of moon. Stunning solo dance performance was dreamy AF. Plus in geek mythology. Well, I guess it could be geeky if you're really into it. Greek mythology, Artemis is also known to be Apollo's twin. This only added more depth to the comparison. Jungkook as Poseidon. Obviously I'm not saying that. The wet and lovely performance, you can read it yourself, could only mean one thing. He represented Poseidon, the god of sea. No wonder he looks so peaceful lying on his back in the pool of water. This is his natural element. How genius. That is very genius. BTS's J-Hope confirms appearance on I Live Alone, saying for 7 years, reveals his LA house for first time. J-Hope will be seen opening up about his experience of living alone while pursuing his dream career in I Live Alone. This was updated February 22nd, so literally 2 days ago. J-Hope is finally set to appear in the upcoming episode of I Live Alone, also known as Home Alone, popular Korean variety show hosted by Kian84, I think. The show's host has been eager to have J-Hope as a guest for a long time. Review of the episode. Charming personality as he makes his highly anticipated appearance. Show. Introduces himself by saying, "Hello, this is BTS's J-Hope, who has lived alone for 7 years. We'll be talking about his time as a K-pop idol and when he had to live by himself and the hustle for his music career. The music sensation can be seen being shy, which might be because it's his first TV show appearance. since his discharge from the military last year in October. Tries to laugh away the awkwardness by clapping his hands, saying, wow. Also talking to the show's Big Teddy Bear Wilson.
아, 너무 뵙고 싶네요. 혹시 정말 어떤 삶을 살고 계신지.
이걸로 해도 되나? 요즘에 생활 행거가 휘어가지고 교체할 생각입니다. 뭐야, 설마?
Review features flashback clips from 2021 episodes. Those clips include the host sending a sincere video message to a BTS member expressing his wish to have him as the show's guest. That's interesting. That's a cool concept for a show. I like it. Opening up about your experience of living alone. I will say this, as someone who lived alone for, oh gosh, it was 7 years, 8 years, something like that. It can be a bit quiet. So whenever I'm, was in this space, I would just have music running or the TV on and something playing in the background because it was just quiet. Very quiet. Couldn't even hear the neighbors. Just needs something in the background to keep your sanity, certainly. And I will say this, if you don't get outside much, which I didn't during the pandemic, because I was remote working, the walls start to close in very fast. That's something I definitely figured out. After a couple, 1 or 2 months, I was like, I kind of miss the outside world. I should probably get out there a little bit more. And I made a point in doing that. Overall, I enjoyed it. I'm very content in myself. I'm happy with myself. I can certainly live alone easily. But what I found is that it is much better living with somebody else. You don't have those moments of, just kind of sitting there and hoping for more, wishing for more. Hope, J-Hope. Wishing for more, hoping for more. It's less time spent contemplating the negatives in life as opposed to just being content. like there's definitely moments where you just kind of fade into your emotions and you either get sad about it or you just kind of sit there in it and stew. But there are those moments where you're just enjoying yourself, enjoying whatever you're doing, whether it be watching a movie or listening to music or playing a video game or whatever you're doing, working on a puzzle, whatever you're into, and you're just kind of content. But there are those moments, and they do creep up on you from time to time, where you're just like, get me out of here. Nobody's here. I haven't talked to anybody in days. Days. You can break the days apart. True. Very true. Oh my God, we are so close. Fans rejoice as BTS's members RMV, Jungkook, Jimin, and Suga reach 80% completion of their military service. I'm sure it's just been torture for ARMY. Flooded social media on February 21st, so 3 days ago. With excitement, it is revealed that 5 of the 7 members have now completed 80% of their military service. Military tracking app provided the latest update confirming that 5 are now in the final stages of enlistment with just a few months left before the official discharge. As per South Korean law, all able-bodied men between 18 and 35 must complete mandatory military service. Oh my gosh, it's to 85. It's to 85. It's to 35. Oh my gosh. I'm not even safe. Mandatory military service, which usually lasts 18 to 21 months. Depending on the role assigned to them, soldiers then undergo 6 weeks of basic training before continuing their service in the given unit. During this period, they receive a monthly salary. Okay. All right. But they are required to put their careers or education on hold until they're officially discharged. Well, at least you get paid. That's good. I'm sure it's not a ton, but enough to keep you fed, I guess. Provide a lot of content for Army, so we were lucky. Nice. That's good. 5 of the 7 members, almost in the final phase. Discharge scheduled for June, so that's coming up. Coincides with the group's 12th debut anniversary on June 13th. Nice. That's great. So close to being together again. Come so far, I can't believe it. Time passes quickly. I'm barely holding on. Time's going by so quickly. I mean, that's a big one too. That is definitely a big one. That's kind of interesting, you know. When it first started out, I'm sure people were just like, oh, we got to wait how long? And now looking back, it's like, yeah, that went by pretty fast. Kind of weird how time works like that. And the older you get, the faster it goes. I love that there's an app that tells you their enlistment days and days left. That is wild to me. Look at this. That's really interesting. Oh, okay. Suga enlisted in September 22nd, 2023, set to complete service June 21st, serving in the public sector rather than active duty. Jin and J-Hope were the first to complete their service. Doing a solo tour. Hope on the Stage kicks off February, so now. That's pretty cool that they're not just sitting there, you know, just waiting. They're actually like doing things. They're in the public eye. They're doing solo tours. They're doing solo albums. Like, that's awesome. Keeping the fans engaged. Yep. Suga has an injury. That's not good. That is definitely not good. Well, hopefully that heals soon. Oh, that's amazing. Time is of the essence. We're over 80%, which is very cool. I still can't believe that that's an app. That's interesting. It's kind of cool. Get to count down the days. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That was a wonderful performance. Good grief. That literally felt like a full concert. That did not feel like an award show. Like, very different from those that we have over here in the US, where it's like the audience is mostly other artists and you get maybe a song, maybe like a couple songs blended together, and that's about it. Not the huge amount of stages. Maybe there's a little choreography and whatnot, but it's not this massive performance. Suga has an injury. That's why he's different service. Oh, okay. Gotcha. But yeah, that was very good. Wow. I love the theming. I'm not super knowledgeable on Greek mythology, but I do enjoy learning about it and seeing it, obviously. Very cool. Very, very cool. Appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you gave a second to this, if you gave the full time, I appreciate you equally. It's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining me on this journey around the internet, one member requested video at a time. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Follow the Twitch channel if you'd like to follow along live and be a part of the chat. It'd be awesome. Next request will be Percy Jackson then. Check out the winter collection of merch available right now at toddreacts.com, by the way. Join the Discord. Lots of great stuff. All these fine people are in there waiting to talk to you on bated breath. They are waiting. So join us in there. Join the conversation. Join the debate, if you will, if you want to, I guess. Keep it cordial, of course. Yeah, I think that's about it. I hope you have a tremendous week ahead. Have fun, do well, do great in school, do great at work, whatever you do. Appreciate everyone joining. Shout out to the mods, of course, for the unbelievable information tonight. And I will see you all on Friday and in the Discord. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.